Tonight, it's the preseason finale. Game 3 of the preseason for the Miami Dolphins as they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How many starters will be playing tonight, if any? Because the Tampa Bay starters, it looks like they're rolling out there. And, hey, which fringe player to the 53-man roster is going to step up and make a case for himself, making the final roster with cuts due this Tuesday? All those questions and so much more are going to be answered tonight. Without further ado, let's get into this one. What is good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason, and we're back here for another one, as it is officially the preseason finale for the Miami Dolphins. And you know what's crazy? It's actually probably, well, it's not a finale because I'll still use it, but this is, you know, the next time you see me live reacting to a game, whole setup's gonna look a lot different, as we're finally, you know, that new background I've been talking about since last season. I'm finally going to be debuting it here. So for that live reaction game. So for the Jags game. So man, a lot of changes coming. Shout out to all of you already in the chat. About 200 of you were live strictly on YouTube. And if you are a Patreon or a channel member, if you're a channel member, go check the community tab out. If you are a Patreon, go over to the Patreon. When you have some time, I dropped another 3 takes on Patreon and an update on, the written version of what I said on 3 takes. Well, I dropped that for community members only under the community tab. I had an update on, I've talked to a few people. I've done some, like I told you, I'd be doing digging on Isaiah Wynn. So I talked about what I've been able to hear so far from about 4 different people. And then on top of that, we talked about Braxton Berrios. We talked about the defensive line market. So a lot over there for Patreons and channel members. Shout out to all of you for coming through. And I want to say this too, man. Listen, this is not a political endorsement. I don't bring politics to this channel. But shout out to the homie RFK for dropping those crazy nuggets today in his speech, man. And, who he endorses, that's his decision. But just the stuff he was saying and laying out about, like, the whole Ukraine war and everything like that, man. Shout out to RFK for peeling that layer back a little bit, man. The cojones on that man to go out and say a lot of the stuff he did. I know MSNBC and CNN, a couple of these big media, old medias, they pulled away from him from his speech while he was talking. But man, if you haven't had a chance after the game tonight, go watch that speech. So shout out to him. I've always been a fan of him. So, shout out to him. So, just for being the honesty we heard, and he's always been an honest guy. I mean, the man watched, we don't got to get into what happened to his father and his uncle, right? So this is a man who's been through the freaking ringer. So shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. So anyways, that's all I got to say about that. I'm not in here getting into political views or beliefs. I'm just here to shout him out because he said a lot of things a lot of people don't have the cojones to say. Make the cut or bust game tonight. Listen, I want to know in the chat, who do you think needs to have a big game tonight? I think those guys are like Quentin Bell, Jody Fortson, Tanner Connor, Storm Duck, Isaiah Johnson. Those are a couple names I'd throw out that need to have a big game tonight. So interesting stuff. I saw Topher ask about, shout out to Pro Special. I didn't know you're a chemist, brother. That's why I put that up there, because you're saying you're a chemist. That's not even about you endorsing RFK, just the fact that you're a chemist. Shout out to you, man. Topher, he was asking earlier about, I know I saw it earlier when I went live. He was asking about the fantasy league and what I'm doing this year for fantasy. Oh yeah, here you go. I don't know if I'm going to run if I'm going to run paid leagues this year, man. I might take a year off because, listen, every time I run this stuff, not just the entry, but extra money has to come out of my pocket, because remember, you guys send me American money or whatever the case may be, and because of the American dollar fluctuating, the Canadian dollar fluctuating in the market, I always end up having to put an extra 60 to 80 US out of my pocket. So on top of already, and that's for like each league, and that's on top of already, my buy-in as well. So, yeah, I might be taking a break from it this year. I have dabbled with the thought that if I do take a break from the paid league, I may make a channel members only and Patreon members only free league. You know what I mean? So if you're a Patreon or a channel member, let me know if you'd be down for a member only free league. You know what I mean? I could run 2 leagues that's just strictly for members, for free, for fun, just still a way for us to can interact and all that kind of jazz. So let me know. Yeah, so tonight, First couple updates. Patrick McMorris is in a boot. All right. Not what you want to see. He has a boot on his right foot. He's going to be going to IR probably. He's going to be stashed like Jaylen Washington. You can already see what the move is there for the Miami Dolphins. Eric is a comma. His left foot is in a boot as well. So this guy just can't stay healthy, and Braxton Berrios over here doing the Birdman hand rub because he just, people just keep dropping like flies in front of him. Unbelievable. So Mike White looks like he's starting the game. All right. So that means you're going to have Skyler Thompson obviously closing the game out. They'll probably get a half each. 2 is in street close. It looks like it's going to be the Miami's 2s and 3s against Tampa's 1s, 2s, and 3s because I don't think they've got any work, the Tampa Bay 1s, over the last couple weeks. So be prepared for that. All right. That's what it sounds like it's going down. We're going to really get a heavy dose of backups today. Robert says he hopes Brooks makes the 53. So do I, bro. So do I. I'm hoping it so too. Ship off Jeff Wilson for a pick. That's how I view it. You know what I mean? So let me mute that right now. That's what I would do personally. Omar says easy. I mean, he just can't stay healthy. I don't know. This guy just... It's funny, when you say a receiver can't catch a break. I don't know. I get a little chuckle out of that. But you ain't lying. You ain't lying. His body's doing him no favors at all. You know what I mean? So you're not going to hear any pushback from me. This kid needs to be healthy. But, cut down day will tell us a lot. If he's not slid to pup, or he's not slid, and Mike McDaniel's going to be asked about this stuff. If he's not slid to the pup list or IR, then we're good to go. Listen, man, I'm shocked. I had people hitting me up on Twitter being like, hey, I got YouTube TV, I got Sunday Ticket, and the game's not available to me. The fact you got to buy all these different ways, you got to buy all these different things to watch a game, and then they have the audacity to not have some of the games available or black them out is absolute criminal. Like, the NFL needs to get their ish together. I just don't get it. I really don't. I really honestly don't. I feel for people who live in Florida and can't watch this live on a local network. It makes no sense. OG Barry, $400 if you don't get all the games. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It's absolute criminal. Absolute criminal. So, other notes before the game starts here. Liam's in street clothes. Oh my God, he needs reps. Here's the deal. I'm going to be live tomorrow. We'll do our recap like we do every time there's a game. But I'm also going to be dropping my 53-man roster prediction because obviously you guys heard me and Neil were planning to do it next week, but cut down day is on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Totally slipped my mind. Why? Because last year for cut down day, your boy was in Paradise Island, Bahamas, living the freaking high life. So, yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to be live tomorrow for a recap show, and I'm going to give my 53-man roster prediction. All right? So be on the lookout for that. Because I see you guys talking about it, right? Listen, because I see Tony's talking about paying for Sunday Ticket and stuff like that. I'm surprised they haven't taken the streaming service. Why are they giving money to people? I'm surprised the NFL just hasn't taken the streaming service for their own and made team-specific packages like NBA League Pass does. It's ridiculous. McMorris is not playing. He has a boot on his foot, my friend. It looks like he's not playing, and he's going to be stashed on the IR. Bob Oliver says, we got the Tampa Bay feed here down in Central Florida. I'm going to turn down the sound and listen to Reason. Appreciate you, man. Just make sure that, you got me at the appropriate levels if things get exciting at certain points, right? So, I'm hoping I want to see Chop versus Tristan Wirfs live action with the bullets flying. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with that. I need to see some of that action, baby. Shout out to you, Robert Fuller. Thank you, Rhino, for showing some love to the BetUS sponsor. Samuel Rosa says it's local on local station. Everyone's where WPTV station 5 is a station where it's live for everyone. KC's at work. I'll try to keep you best informed, brother. I'll try to keep you best informed. Let's go for a perfect preseason, even though it don't mean Jack Bo Diddley. Shout out to James Steele. He says, hey guys, hey Reason, the best content for Miami on YouTube. Appreciate you, sir. Appreciate you. So I'm going to be and I got some content. We're going to do that regular season roundtable for you guys. That's coming. Look for that. Not this coming week, but the week after. So the week of the season, I'm going to try to do it either on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday of that week before our first game. And then I got some film studies I want to do for you guys over the next couple weeks. So I'll keep you more informed as they start to come to fruition because I'm on a time crunch. Love watching the games here with the community on Phinside. Well, we love having you, Tony. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, man. The problem today is there are 3 Florida teams, so they have divided up the state. Well, 2 in 1 game, though. You guys are getting the 2-for-1 banger, right? You guys are getting the 2-for-1 banger, bro. I'll tell you what I get. It looks like I'm getting the Bucks feed. That's what it looks like I'm getting. So, yeah, they're showing me Baker Mayfield. Brutal. Because you know what's crazy? Like, I don't have NBA League Pass, right? Because all the Raptors games are up here for whatever. So I don't need I don't need that. But anyways, I say that to say this. You know, I do have NHL because Pittsburgh, right? Because I'm a Penguins fan or whatever. So I do have that. Anyways, my whole point is what's crazy is with the NHL, like with their live, right? You can choose to listen to home or away, the radio feeds with the game. Or you can choose the game. You can choose like the video game, like the video feed. You can choose home or away. So you can choose whichever broadcast you want. You know what I mean? So I think like that's what sucks is a lot of these. I don't know how Sunday Ticket works, but I know with DAZN you can't do that, which sucks. Personally. Oh, we're doing this, huh? Apparently my controller's batteries have decided to die too, so I can't even mute right now. No, I don't have a Discord set up. I don't even rock Discord that much myself, to be honest with you. Yeah, it looks like Cotton's your starting right guard over Driscoll if the game season starts tomorrow. Shout out to Sideline T Podcast. Go check them out. They just dropped their episode with Chris Kaufman. And there is the opening kickoff. It'll be downed in the end zone. So let's get into this. Brittany thinks I'm going to be... Listen, we just made a bet. I bet that OBJ plays week 1. She's against OBJ. Pick on her. She doesn't want to see OBJ out there because she wants money. She's choosing money over OBJ. I know your game, Brittany. All right. Baker Mayfield under center. 1x2 set. The 2 are stacked to the right, though. Motion to the right side. Single back. Takes the handoff. Cuts back to his left side at the line of scrimmage. And he's going to gain about 3 yards. No, they're going to give him 4. So that'll bring up 2nd and 6. I got you, didn't I? I got you. I'll tell you right now who's starting. Casey, give me a sec. Let me look. All they're showing me is Baker Mayfield right now. It's unbelievable. Again, all I see is Baker Mayfield because I got the Tampa feed. Now the handoff. Numbers everywhere. And that is going to be a run for that's going to be close to a first down. Rachaad White's going to get about 5, needed 6. What do you mean spamming my channel? I'm not spamming anything. Chop's out there right now. Quentin Bell's out there right now. And, of course, it goes away. Of course it goes away. What do you mean I'm spamming my channel? Let me know what you mean, Rhino. Text me if you have to. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, I've got bots in here spamming. Well, guess what? They got to subscribe to spam. So rack them up, baby. Channing Tindall's out there right now. Looks like Peely's out there right now. Ethan Bonner's out there. Chris Godwin on the screen. He's going to get 8. Robert Fuller says, Robert Fuller gifted 5 inside the NFL memberships. Dolphin Don, Bob Oliver, Case C, Rob SAFC, and Topher all benefited for that. Shout out to Robert Fuller for expanding the Phinside fam. Appreciate you, good sir. Go check out the community tab, all you new members. I just had an update today and I had an update last week. Brittany Lurie says, okay, Brittany, why you gotta... All right, play action. Comes back to the screen to Rachaad White. Left side. That is a big, big gain. Down to the 31-yard line of the Miami Dolphins. Actually, the 32, I apologize. That is 17 yards from Rachaad White. Elijah Campbell out there with the stop.
That's why they brought him in here to do things like that in spring game. Graham Larkin had to beat out Robert Hainsey to get the starting job, as you predicted he would, and officially announced after last week's game. Pickup of 17.
All right, 1x2 set. Sorry, 2x2 set. Mayfield's going deep. The coverage is there. Come on, you're over the top, Elijah. You got to make a play on the ball. Come on. They're hurrying up right now. 28 yards. No, oh, man. Come on, man. So the challenge flag was thrown. But that was Jalen McMillan, it looked like, up the right sideline. And he got 28 yards, I believe it was, down to the 4-yard line. Coverage, you had Elijah Campbell over top, and he didn't even try to make a play on him. Like, he just pushed him when he came down, and Ciaran Neal underneath got beat. Ciaran Neal never turned his head back to look at the ball. He was purely playing the body. Nice throw. Yeah, he's in. That's in. So that looks like it's going to be a good completion. The challenge flag was thrown. They're challenged.
But look, Jalen McMillan has been an inside receiver for this team. Obviously, Mike is a premier number X. Mike Evans is a premier number X in the NFL. And Chris Godwin obviously is a Z. So those positions are pretty solid.
Mike's losing this challenge, I think.
A lot of gaps inside in that third kind of role. But trust me, this guy, if you watch him in college, he can make these type of.
Ciaran Neal, underneath coverage, never turned his head, just played the body. And Elijah Campbell was over the top, came over. Like, McMillan had to twist his body around, turn, and make the catch. It was a good play by McMillan. But Elijah Campbell, I need a better play from you over top. Swat the ball, come at the arms, do whatever you got to do. Instead, while McMillan was falling down, Elijah Campbell just made sure to push him from the back to touch him.
End up making this roster after today's game.
Duke Riley's not playing tonight as well.
And Cody Thompson leads the team with 8 catches in the preseason, including a touchdown catch. But we're talking about
Nick Needham's active tonight. Barrios, Jeff Wilson. So there you go, another starter. I mean, you see, I've already called out Ethan Bonner, Channing Tindall, Chop Robinson, Peely. Sierra Neal's obviously playing. And don't forget, John Embry is going to be calling the second half as the head coach. So that's pretty interesting too. But anyways, tonight on offense, don't expect to see Tua, Raheem Mostert, Achane, Brooks, Ingold, Hill, Waddle, Izakama, River Craycraft, Braylon, Taron Armstead, Brewer, Eichenberg, Jackson, Jonnu, Julian Hill, Durham Smythe, Tanner Connor. Hold on, let's call this. Motion McMillan to the right side. 2x1 set. Rashad White next to Mayfield out of the shotgun. Run up the middle and right in. Untouched for 6. Untouched for 6. On defense, not playing tonight, Ogba, Deshaun Hand, Zach Sealer, Calais Campbell, Benito Jones, Jordan Brooks, Jalen Phillips, David Long, Anthony Walker, Duke Riley, Jalen Ramsey, Kendall Fuller, Kader Kohu, Cam Smith, Javon Holland, Jordan Poyer, Marcus May, and Patrick McMorris. McMorris is in a boot, right? So is Izakama. Both in boots tonight.
Second level player because Christian's 1-1 to do that job in the NFL. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna put him in there.
110%. 110%. Look at the guys I just named that are out. Again, here's the list of players not expected to play tonight. No Tua, no Raheem Mostert, no Devon Achane, no Chris Brooks, no Alec Ingold, no Tyreek Hill, no Jalen Waddle, no Eric Izakama, no River Craycraft, no Braylon Sanders, no Taron Armstead, no Aaron Brewer, no Liam Eichenberg, no Austin Jackson, no Jonnu Smith, no Julian Hill, no Durham Smythe, no Tanner Connor, no Emmanuel Ogba, no Deshaun Hand, no Zach Sealer, no Calais Campbell, no Benito Jones, no Jordan Brooks, no Jalen Phillips, no David Long, no Anthony Walker, no Duke Riley, no Jalen Ramsey, no Kendall Fuller, no Kader Kohu, no Cam Smith, no Javon Holland, no Poyer, no Marcus May, no Patrick McMorris. Like, that's an extensive list I'm naming here, people. Like, that is a very, very extensive list. Sorry, I got to turn it down because my thing's not working. But that is a very, very extensive list. It's literally all twos and threes, and guys who will be stocking shelves in about, let's do some math here, right? In a little over 96 hours. So, just saying. Or around a little around 96 hours. You know what I mean? So, let's see. Now, some players who were playing tonight, you'll see Mike White, Skyler Thompson, Jaylen Wright's expected tonight, Jeff Wilson, Braxton Berrios, Patrick Paul, Robert Jones, Lester Cotton, Jack Driscoll. We've already seen Ethan Bonner, Chop, et cetera, right? Sierra Neal, Elijah Campbell. We've already seen some guys too, right? So you got to temper expectations a little bit here, okay? You got to temper the expectations. So, but yeah, I mean, they went 7 plays, 70 yards in 3 minutes and 5 seconds. So, whatever. It is what it is, man. This is all about seeing, like I said, what is Patrick Paul going to do with his reps? What are Lester Cotton and Jack Driscoll going to do with the reps? What's Jaylen Wright going to do with his reps? On defense, what's Ethan Bonner going to do with his reps? You know what I mean? Like, what's Channing Tindall, who we saw out there, going to do with his reps? This is a game where we're watching, the 2s and the 3s, and if anyone's going to separate themselves, right? So, McMorris is in a boot, bro. That's why he's not. Patrick McMorris and Eric Izakama were in boots. All right, Kyrick McGowan with the return. He's going to get back about to 25.
special teams you'll be watching run.
So Malik Washington will see some tonight too. No Tua, man.
He played last week. One drive was Tua Tagovailoa, and this is Mike White. You should see Skyler Thompson as well. White, who lives in the Tampa area, played his college ball at Western.
All right, let's go, Mike.
New York Jet. Had a
Come on, Mikey.
there.
See what you got here, kid. All right, Mike White from their own 25. It's a screen. It's Malik Washington. He gets a decent block. He gets ahead, gets about 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3. All right, Malik. Hayden Rucci out here. So right now, it looks like Driscoll's at center. Lester Conn's at right guard. Ryan Hayes is at right tackle. Patrick Paul is at left tackle. And Robert Jones at left guard. Jeff Wilson Jr. is out there right now. So we got 2 receivers stacked to the left. Jody Fortson out there. He tries to do a cut block. Jeff Wilson Jr. handed the ball off on 2nd and 3. He gets about 2. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 1. Ran to the right side. Hayden Rucci in there too. So a 12 personnel set to start the game to on the second play of the game for the Miami Dolphins. Shout out to Hayden Rucci in the 49, eh? All right, Braxton Berrios is out there. It's a 2-by-1 set. Jaquan Burton, Malik Washington, and Berrios. Single back is Jeff Wilson Jr. They hand it off, and that push comes right through. And they are going to lose yardage. They're going to only have him down as a loss of 1 to bring up 4th and 2. But it was worse than that. And Vita Vea just put Jack Driscoll on absolute skates. Holy Jesus. Wow.
It's not always seeing them tonight. We haven't seen any of these ones on defense so far. I think Todd Bowles in our production meeting mentioned it'll probably be 1 good drive for the offense, 2 drives for the defense, probably hopefully 3 and out. And you got 1 right there.
Vita Vea just had Jack Driscoll doing Disney on Ice.
For Miami, Cameron called me Cam with
All right, here's the punt.
back to receive if he can. It's
And it is not that great. It's going to be at the 32.
the 31-yard line. Baker Mayfield opening drive leads the Bucs for a touchdown. It's like Kyle Trask.
All right, so Kyle Trask is coming in, so here we go. Let's get some turnovers. Not a great start from Jeff Wilson Jr. You know where I stand. I'm still saying this. Give me Chris Brooks, baby. Give me Chris Brooks, baby. You know where I'm at. You know exactly where I'm at. All right. Chris Brooks would have got the first down on 2nd down. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know someone was in the chat earlier saying, I'm just saying. Now I'm just saying. Try and mock me for what for my punchlines. But yeah, Jack Driscoll was absolutely doing Disney on Ice. I mean, he was just skating. So brutal. Absolutely brutal. So, and then I think Kenny Britt and one other player were in on that stop. So, punt. And the punt was not much to talk about. 35-yard punt from Jake Bailey. Like, Jake Bailey, always good for at least one 35-yard punt a game, huh? I'm telling you, this team needs a punter upgrade as bad as it needs some interior line help. I'm just saying. Again. Jake Bailey is absolute booty. Absolute booty. All right, we are back at it like a Craftmatic. Think about that one and tell me if you get it. All right, let's go. I mean, the camera here has a fly on the camera. They're panning Raymond James Stadium, and there's a literal fly on the camera. Good God. Pyro, Bailey. Jake Bailey's the type that'll put you back in your hole, brother. I'm telling you, he's going to cost us points this year. All right, Sierra Neal and Bonner back out there. Trask, they creeped off and into like a zone look with a lot of cushion, and the completion underneath from Kyle Trask right there is going to bring up 2nd and 4. That was 6 yards. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 5. They gave him 5 yards, it looks like. Single back, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And look at Curtis Bolton, baby. Atta boy. Curtin Bolton with the stop. 1 yard gain, maybe for Irving.
I think other than that one drive last week, right at the end of the game, where Kyle Trask kind of mucked it up.
Whether he makes it or not.
Pretty good preseason.
Mucked it up or bucked it up? I don't know. Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Just making sure. Facing a 3rd and 4.
All right. Trask going deep, right side. Bonner in coverage, and a big time overthrow. Didn't even give his receiver a chance. And that is going to fall incomplete, and that is going to bring up 4th and 4, and that is going to bring up a punting situation. Looks like he went deep to Ryan Miller there, and he just missed him. Threw it out of bounds. Didn't even give him a chance. Listen, there's a guy who's, pretty much known as, if I had to pick a college team, it'd be the Gators. Never been a big Kyle Trask guy, ever. All right, punt. From the 20. Oh, Malik's got the edge. He's up the right side. Makes a man miss. Makes another man miss. What a return from Malik. Let's go. 28-yard return. Let's go, Malik. That's my guy, baby. That's my guy. Let's go. Great return. Great return. Made multiple men miss. Let's go. Malik magic, baby. Come on. Come on. Malik. Let's go. Whew. Shout out to Malik. What a great return. What a great return. Malik magic, baby. Let's go. I'm here for it. 28-yard return from the rookie right up the right side. Let's go, man. Yeah, the Bucs, that first drive, they went after, I saw Tony say Chop didn't look good. That first drive, they went right after Chop, including that touchdown run. They're going right. That rookie's going to have to learn to set the edge and help in the run real quick. They ain't messing around. Great return from Malik, man. Yeah, Barrios might end up being a surprise cut. All right. Fakes the handoff. Mike White over the middle, baby. Oh, my God. Malik got popped. Malik just got popped over the middle of the field. Holy jeez. Wow. Malik just got popped. It was a can opener throw over the middle. And there's a flag on the play. Holy jeez. I mean, it was a clean hit. It looks clean. Marcus Banks just laid him out. That looks clean, man. Malik just got laid out. He's down. Man. Not my boy Malik. Take Barrios instead. He might. Hopefully, he just got the wind knocked out of him. He got laid out.
What's your news?
He got laid out, man. There ain't no two ways about that. I mean, can opener throw.
Moisturization, effortlessly smooth shaving razor. Chic intuition. Get 3-in-1 with every swipe.
Oh my God. Barrios is just sitting there loving life right now. Jesus, he's watching all these guys fall. Whew. He just can't open him with the throw. He literally led him right into the trajectory of the defender over the middle of the field. He didn't lead him away. I mean, we talk about this, right? We break down on Tua Tuesdays, do we not? I'm the only platform that does this. I'm the only platform that does this. Because we cover every Tua throw every week. Me and Martin, former Florida A&M quarterback, right? You know, Martin Ukbai comes up here and we break it down every Tuesday for Tua Tuesday. And we literally highlight the throws where Tua throws receivers away from those kind of hits. See, that's another little nuanced thing that Tua don't get enough credit for. He saves you from those type of hits. He throws you away from the defender, not into the defender. Doesn't get enough credit for that. Incomplete. 1st and 5 right now. There was an offside on the play. And now there's a false start. So, I mean, who cares? Hayden Rucci with the 5-yard false start. Where you at, Jennifer? And now Washington is in the blue tent. Motion Barrios to the left. Mike White. It's a 3-by-1 set. Mike White in the backfield. They motioned Wilson on the screen to the right side. He's going to get a first down. Needed 10, and he got about 13. And that is going to take them to the Tampa Bay 40. Man, I ain't trying to see no Jeff Wilson Jr. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Motion out to the left, Jaquan Burton. They fake the screen. Goes over the middle. Anthony Schwartz caught the ball and he said, yo, I'm going down. He just went down. Anthony Schwartz was like, no, I'm going down. And another penalty. This time on Hayes. He almost got can opened again by White.
As we said, Tuesday of the
That's crazy. Anthony Schwartz literally caught that slant and said, I'm going down, brother. You ain't doing that to me. That is hilarious. Oh, my God. That's hilarious. Ryan Hayes is limping off. Reckless throw is always shorter throw needed. Agreed. Throw him away from the hit, not into the hit. Like, what are we saying here with our life? All right, 2nd and 13 after the penalty. Throw over the middle again. And that's going to be Anthony Schwartz once more. Sorry, it was 1st and 20. It's now 2nd and 13, 7-yard gain. Ryan Hayes had to take the holding call before he left the field injured, obviously. Unbelievable. That 2 penalties in 3 plays between the Rucci false start and the hold. All right, Mike White's screen. I don't know where he's throwing to, but he missed Jaquan Burton by a quarter mile.
That's incomplete. He has the only interception of the Bucs this preseason. And Mike, we didn't forget the cookies. Ron Davis sharing them with our crew in the truck, around the building, the people that work so hard to put the broadcast on. They're good cookies. Thanks for sending the other enough to go around. Yeah, I couldn't.
I ain't trying to. We're talking about Costco chocolate chunk cookies like you guys are AJ, Big Justice, and the Rizzler now. Is that what we're doing, Tampa Bay? All right. 3rd and 13. White in the gun. Wilson motions to his left side. 2-by-1 receiver set. Oh, man. And Byron Matos just got beat off the right side. Sack. There you go. Not impressive. Not impressive. 9-yard loss on 3rd and 13. Byron Matos. These international prospects never work out. We're out here trying to get Mike White killed now. Oh, here we go with the Jake Bailey. Here he comes. What are we going to get? Are you going to get more than 35 yards? Huh? That great field position, and they made nothing out of it. Oh, so it's out of bounds. What'd he kick it? 38 yards out of bounds?
How far can the human spirit take you?
So that's to the Tampa 14. Couldn't even get it inside the 10. What an absolute jabroni. My God, what an absolute jabroni we have at kicker. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. Shout out to D Hugga. Do you think Atlanta will release Heineke? If they do, do you think Miami should make the call? I've already made my feelings known on this. I want the loser of the Davis Mills Case Keenum battle. That's what I want. You know? Especially if it's Davis Mills. 2 years in a similar system because they brought over Slowick, the quarterback coach from San Fran. If it's Davis Mills, I'm all over that. I know people are talking about DTR and stuff like that, but I would take Case Keenum or him or Davis Mills over him. Ooh, big pop from Elijah Campbell as Thompson made the reception over the middle of the field. That's going to be shut down. Not much there. So 5-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 5. Cody Thompson just got a little bit of a pop. It wasn't as devastating as a Malik got, but he got popped. All right. Trask in the gun. Steps back. Pressure coming. Over the middle. Wide open is Thompson again. Nick Needham playing safety. He's there for the stop. How's Kyle Trask better than Mike White? And, like, way better. Flag coming out. False start. on Kyle Trask.
To be efficient in and out of the huddle. That's something the very first game of the preseason stood out to us with Liam Cohen's offense, how smooth, how well it operated. Last week, not as much. And there's Liam Cohen from Kentucky, and then with the Rams, where he and Baker Mayfield had a connection. Yeah, you asked me about what.
All right, 1st and 15 now.
Speed. He wants to play fast. He wants to continue to be aggressive. They're in empty formation right now. 5 wides on this.
All right, 2x3 set, empty backfield. Trask over the middle. Channing Tindall helps make the stop. I mean, you know, and then obviously also in the stop is Curtis Bolton. Why wouldn't it be? That's my guy right there. So that's a 2-yard gain. So 2nd and 6. Oh, sorry, that was a 9-yard gain. 2nd and 6. Motion. It's a handoff. Channing Tindall with a good stop there as Johnson was coming around off the end around, and he stopped him for only a 2-yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 4. Good stop by Channing Tindall. Back-to-back good plays by Channing Tindall. Nice run stop by Tindall.
Unfortunately, he's been hurt for the first preseason game. We're finally getting a look at this guy that everybody's been raving about.
Devin Culp, rookie tight end in the game.
All right, Trask going to throw it up. There's a flag coming. He got hit while he was throwing, threw it away. It fell incomplete, and now we're going to see.
Carolina State's pro day, although he didn't go there against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, and when you're one of those young guys from Barton, you know, no scout is coming to Barton.
Unless you're going to sing.
Right, unless you're going to sing. They need him for opening day to sing the national anthem.
All right, illegal formation on the Bucs. So that's declined. 4th down. 4th and 4 from the Tampa 43, and they'll bring the punting unit out.
Whoever that scout was, they went out and found Cam Johnson at the North Carolina State Pro Day and decided that he wanted to give him a chance because according to all the coaches we've talked to, he's made the team.
Yes, he's on it.
He's going to be the returner. He's going to probably get some snaps at receiver during the regular season as well. So
Trying to see if Malik is out. He's out of the tent, so he's on the sideline. That's what it says at least. Washington back out there to receive it. It's going to be downed.
10-yard line of the Dolphins. 2:47 remaining here in the opening quarter.
All right.
Mentioned his 3rd season as the Bucs head coach, but this is his 24th straight season.
Let's go.
As a coach in the NFL, going back to 2000 as the Jets' secondary coaches. Cleveland, Dallas, Miami.
Malik's a warrior, baby.
Other Bruisarians with the Cardinals as a defensive coordinator, and obviously
Malik's a warrior.
Tampa Bay.
Got a great demeanor.
All right, pistol. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fortson out there. End around toss to Malik Washington. Up that right side. He breaks it. He breaks it. He's out. He's going. He's to midfield, baby. Malik Washington with a 40-yard gain. Come on the end around out of the backfield. Saw the seam, hit it. Made a man miss. Made another man. Oh, my God. Malik.
A guy like Malik Washington is going to expose you. This guy is a really good player at Virginia.
Give me Malik, baby.
I say that as a Virginia grad.
I know, and a Hall of Famer at Virginia.
But this guy did some things at Virginia that really caught a lot of people's eyes.
Saw Mike McDaniel, creative play caller.
Toss to Jeff Wilson, goes nowhere.
And by the way, Mike McDaniel, they went to the playoffs the last couple of years.
Malik, baby.
Kind of a cerebral surfer with a throwback, old school beatnik.
You couldn't wait to say that,
I just
right?
wanted to just because he's so cool to be around and give it a break. And he's 41 years old, seemingly out of nowhere, although the 49ers system, and they love what he's done in Miami creatively. And
Malik Washington is an impact player, baby. I don't know what to tell you.
there, but
All right. 3-by-1 set. Mike White with one running back, which is Jeff Wilson to his right in the backfield. He's going to toss to Jeff Wilson out of the backfield. And he's going to gain not very much, about 8 yards when he needed 14. So that'll bring up 3rd and 6 from the Tampa 45. Come on, Malik. Give me Malik. Give me Malik all day, baby. All right. Motion. 2-by-1 set. They motion Jaquan Burton. They're going to hand it off on 3rd and 6. Give me a break.
Backup quarterback battle between Skyler Thompson, third-year player from Kansas State, and Mike White. As the play clock, the game clock running down, they're lining up to go for it here on a 4th and 4.
All right, 4th and 4, we're going for it. Mike White in the gun. 2-by-2 receiver set. They're going to motion Fortson to the left. Jeff Wilson to Mike White's right. And he's going to take Jeff Wilson underneath. You got to push it, bud. You got to push it. Incomplete pass. Targeting Jeff Wilson Jr. Come on, man. You got to push it downfield, brother. That wouldn't even have got the first down. You needed 4. You might have got 2 or 3. Like, come on, man. You got to push it. Give me a break. 4 seconds left in the first. Turnover, handoff. And Bucky Irvin with a nice run gets a first down. And that's going to take us to the end of the first. So that's going to bring us to the second quarter. Miami, Malik Washington with a good return and then a good end-around run. I mean, he's gotten them to midfield twice, and neither one of those times have they been able to capitalize. I don't know what else to say. Got to be better offensively here. Absolutely stagnant, even if you are twos. Malik Washington's giving you half the field. You can't even get 3 points twice? Come on, man. Come on. So here's the box score so far. Over 500 of you in the chat. Appreciate all y'all for coming through. Appreciate each and every one of you for coming through. So, I mean, here we go. Where we're at right now. All right. Mike White, 4 for 6. You know? 4 for 6 from Mike White. Just not good. 35 yards. And a lot of them are to, I mean, you can see Jeff Wilson Jr., most of the receptions are coming to Jeff Wilson Jr. Malik Washington had that end around for 40 yards. The Baker Mayfield on that first drive, 3 for 3, 54 yards. They went 7 plays, 70 yards in like 3 minutes. It was crazy. And when they were running right out chop. So, Channing Tindall already 4 tackles. Elijah Campbell and Curtis Bolton and Nick Needham all have 3. So when you look at the team stats for right now, only 2 first downs for the Miami Dolphins. 5 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 120 yards for the Bucs, 265 for the Dolphins. Dolphins, look at the passing, 92 yards, 26 yards for the Bucs, and then rushing, the Dolphins have 39 somehow to the 28. They have 39 somehow because of Malik Washington's end around. We're getting no push in the run game, you know, at all. We have 5 rushing attempts, and one of them is a 40-yard end around, and we only have 39 yards. All right. Here we go. We are back for the second quarter. All right, Trask fakes the handoff. Goes to the right side. Wide open. Wide open is Cody Thompson. Just wide open up that right side. Man, I'd trade Mike White and Skyler Thompson for Skyler Trask at this rate.
By the time Kyle Trask finds him, and he just delivers a nice little ball. He actually threw his hands up. It's like,
jeez,
wide open. Throw me a football. But Cody Thompson continues to dominate in the preseason with his catch count. And Kyle Trask.
At the game right now, Washington is looking like wide receiver 4, but White tried getting him hurt that first throw. He's running strong. He's not an easy grab. Yeah, I believe it. Have a fun time at the game, Hallie. Appreciate you. Washington with Craycraft out, Malik Washington is wide receiver 4. I agree 110%. Tricky Torres donates $4. Appreciate you, Tricky.
Had one catch in a game last season, but he's a seasoned veteran in the back end of this receiver group.
He's 28 years old. He was actually out of Toledo, signed by Kansas City initially, so they know something about guys who can catch the football.
All right, handoff, Bucky Irving. Tackle there about Channing Tindall. He's an absolute tackle machine tonight.
We continue to talk about Bucky Irving. He's not a big guy, right? And I think I remember the review, I asked him the question about being small. And
They have him listed at 5'10".
It doesn't matter. Yeah, he just finds ways to go forward. I continue to talk about his contact balance and his ability to shrug off tackles. And every time he plays, it shows. I love he's got 2 mouthpieces right there. But 2 mouthpieces. We got a pink one and a green one. What's he going with?
Some people talk out of both sides of their mouth, so I think that's worth having.
All right, 3-by-1 set. Irving to the right of Trask. There's a whistle on 3rd and 4.
Actually, side splitters. All right, 3rd down 4, and a timeout. Tampa Bay, thankfully. I want to talk more about him coming from Kentucky because he stayed in touch with Liam Cohen when the offensive coordinator with Dave Canales moved on to be the head coach at Carolina. He had stayed in touch with Baker Mayfield when they hit it off for the 5 weeks when they were together with the Rams. And he actually reached out to Baker and said, hey, don't forget me here. And he's the man.
Well, of note, he's been in the NFL. He's been the offensive coordinator in the NFL when he was the Los Angeles Rams. This is the first time that he will be calling games in the NFL. Obviously, he did that at Kentucky, the 2 stints that he was there. And he's really excited. I talked to him a day ago about his opportunity to call plays, and he couldn't be more excited about the talent.
All right, Trask in the gun. 3-by-1 set again. 3rd and 4. 13:06 left in the second. And they're driving. They're in field goal range. They're at the 34. It's going deep. It's Trask. Great play. Storm Duck with the great play.
This play is very popular in the NFL these days. But
I love his celebration.
Number 2 receiver from the sideline, and you just running a little sail route and make it really tough coverage on that defensive back. But that one was a little too tight to squeeze into the rookie Cam Johnson.
A little more on that, he might have had it on his way to the end zone. Chase McLaughlin, outstanding last year, new contract. This will be a 51-yard try.
All right.
Just a couple in the preseason.
51 yards, and that's 10. 10-0 right now. So our hopes of going a perfect preseason are pretty much dashed because I don't even know if Skyler Thompson and Mike White can produce 10 points. See, I'm talking to someone right now. Shout out to Ghost of Adam Gase. I know, you know, that it was a rough go for Chop tonight, especially on that first drive where they're just running right at him. I get that. You know, first of all, Jalen Phillips was rough in the first half of that season, of his rookie season at setting the edge. You know, so that's number one. So, and this was a known issue. The problem is the beat writers have been gassed. I mean, you guys watch me all the time for my training camp reports, okay? You guys have seen it yourself, right? Over the last dozen practices, and about 7 of those dozen, the last dozen Chop's been on point. The last 7 of those, we've all read the reports together. Sun Sentinel, Miami Herald, whomever, they've been gassing his ability to set the edge, and they've been talking about how much better he's looked at setting the edge. The problem is we aren't seeing it in game. That's the problem, right? All right, here we go. You know, it's just, I don't know what else to say. It's just a problem. This is why we need more unbiased media like me and Dougley and stuff down there, because we will tell you what's good. Look at Washington again with the return. Oh my God. Oh, give me Malik. Let's go. 45-yard return from Malik Washington. Come on, man.
Straight, you go 232 straight, and you go through postseason and other games. It was a streak that began the 3rd season of yours, and then every game.
Well, so when I was talking, he started back on defense now.
All right, like, come on, man. Malik is he's killing it right now, man. All right, hand out. Jeff Wilson Jr. just going nowhere. Just nowhere. No gain to the 46. They're just going to keep wasting Malik putting them in good field position.
About how the defense might be a little different, and he mentioned I know the starters aren't in there, but can't see Vita Vea, what he may be doing with them. I want you to kind of give a thought on that as we watch here on 2nd down 10. And Mike White's back.
Batted down, Mike White, targeting right out of the backfield.
Okay, you were talking about something else earlier when he had that big tackle for loss. One of the battles going into this game is interior defensive line. We have so many positions available for guys. CJ Brewer, 74, 75, all these guys trying to compete for these positions. Ernest Brown.
Man, I'm telling you, Malik is I told all y'all before we signed OBJ. I told y'all after we signed OBJ. Malik Washington, impact player this year, baby. Just incredible. Lance Storm, impact player type. All right, out of the shotgun, Mike White, he's back. Steps up. Just the underneath, bro. Like, it takes Hayden Rucci underneath. Brother, push the ball, man. What are we doing here? 3rd and 10, and you take a 2-yard underneath pickup? Bro, what do you got to lose right now? Push the ball, Mike. Yeah, Jaylen Wright's playing. 4th and 8. God. Absolutely disgusting, all this great field position being wasted tonight.
This is definitely a better showing by this backup group of Tampa Bay defenders. Last week was really nondescript on their part. They gave up a lot of passing yards. They really couldn't stop the run very well. I think when you get in this game, right, it's your last opportunity to put something on film, and it's starting to show. And it looks like, Chris, that they are not
didn't get it. It helped set the Bucs up for what ended up being a field goal. And so the defensive unit, running unit comes off.
I'm comfortable with Malik, man. Give this kid the opportunities.
All right, third and long, Chris. Keep an eye on 58, Marquise Watts. He's in that running, obviously.
Malik Washington is it.
Number 43 is the other. Yeah, it's the other outside linebacker. See if they can get a pass rush here.
All right, man.
I missed saying it first.
Motion Burton to the right. 2-by-2 set. One running back. It's Jaylen Wright. And Mike White fumbles as he pump fakes because he's hesitant. And this is going to be returned for a touchdown. Give me a break, Mike White. Give me a break, Mike White. Cut him.
What a return. I mean, the sack fumble is one thing. Picking it up and scoring is another. We used to have a mantra. I think it was, is this Brewer again? No, it's 74 who got that.
Ernest Brown knocked it
Yeah,
loose.
knocked it loose.
But Antonio Greer Jr., the rookie free agent from Arkansas, showing some return skills.
Hey, our mantra on defense back in the day was score or get the ball back.
In your great days with Derek Brooks and Don Lynch and Lawrence Sapp, I mean, those were there was no defense better.
I mean, Mike White's been hesitant in the pocket all night, pushing the ball beyond the short to intermediate levels. And this time it cost him a fumble. Like, I mean, he's handing the job to Skyler.
Antonio Greer Jr. with a 50-yard return, and they're going to take it off the board.
Come on now, it's Ken.
Wow, they're taking it off the board. They're saying it's an incomplete pass.
And scoring play, so they had a 2-for-1 on that. I like that. We got to look at that again because on the field it was ruled fumble.
Let's see.
And we got to check, is that hand going forward, the open hand from Mike White?
Well, this is.
That reminded me of the little Tom Brady tuck rule. But that's the ruling. They say no. He's smiling.
So I'm just waiting to see. I don't know what's happening right here. He threw the flag. They told him no. Patrick Paul was the last defense. He chased it all the way down. All right. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm watching the cheerleaders. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they're deciding right now. I have no idea what they're doing right now. I wish I could provide and tell you what they're doing.
Brown shook it loose, but for Greer, I mean, he's a long shot to make this team. And
All right, so no, they're saying it's a pass. Yeah. Well, there you go. Now that I saw that replay, it's a pass. His arm was moving forward. Lieutenant J says, got to renew my sub. Here's to a healthy season and hopefully a Super Bowl. Appreciate you, Lieutenant J. Amanda says, that was not on the O-line. Yeah, that was on Mike White all day. That was on Mike White. He's handing the job to Skyler Thompson. is played tonight.
Slight injury. Dane Durham's going to be counted on a lot to spell K-Dot. K-Dot took way too many snaps at tight end last year. We need somebody else, a bigger body that Payne Durham provides will help that in the blocking game. Obviously, he's a huge target in the receiving game as well. I think that can all be beneficial.
Bucs drafted Devin Culp in the 6th round, a speedy rookie tight end from Washington. Irving fake to him. There's Cameron Johnson to the 31. There's a flag down.
All right, flag on the play. 10:49 left in the second. It was, oh, so it's a holding. It's coming back. It was a 4-yard gain to Johnson from Trask on 1st and 10, but that'll come back.
49th year of the Buccaneer franchise. 2 Super Bowls.
So that's bring up what, 1st and 18?
Fraser family keeping it rolling. Division titles. So the call was on Ryan Miller, I believe. They said the hold was.
All right, motion to the right to make it a 0-by-3 set. And it's Bucky Irving up the middle for like 7 yards. So that's going to bring up 2nd down. That'll bring up, yeah.
It's got to be tough for Robert Haynes. He started 2 years there in Tampa. Loses his job to rookie Graham Barton, who I think is going to be...
So 2nd and 11, 10 minutes left in the second.
But Haynes' job is to be supportive, right, and be a rotational type player. You can play all 3 positions on that interior offensive line as well. So
All right, 2-by-2 receiver set. They're both stacked. Bucky Irving in the backfield is a screen to him to the right side. And he's going to gain about 5 yards. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6.
Need about 3 or 4 for a first down. A lot of the same Rashad White skills, catching, running at 1,000 yards in each of his seasons in Oregon.
he's smaller. That's it. He does the exact same things. And, obviously, you get a smaller back. Everybody wants to make that initial reaction. I was a scat back. He's just a 3rd down back. Bucky Irving is way more than that. You have to do is go back and watch those highlights from college. You see how dynamic he can be.
All right, Kyle Trask, 3-by-1 receiver set. Bucky Irving to his right. It's a screen. That's going to be shut down. Channing Tindall and Bolton were there. It's going to be just short.
He was signaling, yes, haven't seen it from the officials. They're going to mark him a little bit short. It's 4th and less than a yard.
Another good catch by Cody Thompson. Guess that's go up in traffic, brings it down, and yeah, just get hit right as he makes that catch. He's not able to get that extra yard. But Kyle Trask in the offense is still on the field, Chris.
All right, so they're going for it.
Passing up a 40
All right,
field goal try.
4th and 1. Oh, he got it over the middle. Did that hit the ground?
Johnson, he says yes. It will be good enough for the first down if they rule it a catch. And they're ruling it a catch. Looks like he has.
They're going to call that a catch.
Because he's running.
That Trask had to get rid of that like a
Wow. So that's a 1 yard. That's a first down. They got it. Wow. Did that hit the ground? I'm watching the replay. Ooh. Wow. What a great, great catch. Cameron Johnson got his hands out and scooped it right before it hit the ground. What a great catch. All right, motion to the right. And it's an end around to that same side off the motion. And that is going to be Johnson again. 11 yards down to the Miami 13.
By Cam Johnson. He just is because he can do so many different things for your offense. This, of course, is a receiver. I just love the way he's come in and competed as a guy who nobody had expectations for. I think that says a lot about a guy, especially when you come into a room that has Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Drake Palmer, played a lot last year. They got a rookie that they drafted, in the 3rd round, and he's still going out here and impressing.
He picked up 11.
All right.
Thompson in motion.
Handoff up the middle. Bucky Irving. He's going to slide forward for just a few. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Cincinnati in the preseason opener, they were a little bit closer.
All right, 7 minutes left in the second quarter. They are right now at the Miami 10-yard line.
Involved in the blocking game. That play, particularly, and Cam Johnson, creating a block inside the B gap on offense, which is too low from the center of the offense.
All right, single back, 1-by-1 receiver set, fakes the handoff, pressure's coming, Trask with the throw, great throw to Miller in the end zone. That's 6. Skyler Thompson and Mike White might even be good as Kyle Trask combined. Unbelievable.
Gets the touchdown on this play. Great timing route here. You see him in the slot and comes all the way across the formation. Obviously, he has outside.
Great throw there. Nice throw
Which he does perfectly.
by Trask.
Ball by Kyle Trask. Touchdown. Buccaneers.
Ryan Miller and Cody Thompson putting on a show.
All right, and the extra point is good.
A moment ago, Trask 11 out of 14.
Trask is having a good night, man. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Hilarious. Hilarious. I didn't even check to see who was in coverage there. My bad. If you remember who was in coverage, let me know in the chat. I didn't see, because I know one of you can rewind and go back and show me who was in coverage. The only thing that means anything is Trask in coverage. Sorry, who's in coverage for that? Absolute brutal. All right. Well, that said, here's your box score. Mike White's 5 of 9 for 37 yards. Kyle Trask, 11 for 14, 83 yards and a touchdown. Look at this. Malik Washington, our leading rusher, 1 carry for 40 yards. Jeff Wilson has 4 carries for -1. Jaylen Wright has 1 carry that went nowhere. We're getting no push from the offensive line in the run game at all. Look at how they're running the ball. They have 12 carries for 55 yards. Bucky Irving has 6 for 26. Rashad White had 4 for 16. On that opening drive, they were running right at chop. Jeff Wilson Jr. is still the leading receiver. Look at this. Absolute pathetic. Wow, look at Kyle Trask spreading around the ball. That's unbelievable. Channing Tindall already has 8 tackles. Curtis Bolton has 5. Channing Tindall's making this team. They're investing in him. Remember, I'm going to do my 53-man roster prediction tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. 10 first downs for the Bucs, 2 by the Dolphins. How pathetic is that? The Mike White-led offense has 67 yards on 16 plays, 28 passing and 39 rushing. While the Bucs are 2 for 2 in the red zone. Dolphins have 2 penalties for 15 yards. Bucs have 3 penalties for 20 yards. You look at the time possession, 9-10 to 14:02 for the Bucs. Brutal. Absolute trash. What else can you say? Mike White's just handing the job. Just handing the job to Skyler Thompson. All right, here comes the kickoff. It is a touchback. These guys are putting me to sleep, eh? These guys are terrible, this Tampa Bay feed. My Lord. Shout out to Amanda. She says interior D-line and O-line might cost us the season. Don't know how we fix it this late in training camp. I'm not happy. I'm not really worried about the D-line because I know they're sniffing the market. I know they're going to look for something. I know they're going to add someone. You know, it feels like that. At least that's a sense right now. Now, interior offensive line, you got me, Amanda. You ain't going to hear much pushback from me at all. But remember, these are also all backups we're seeing tonight too, right? So walk down, you know, don't go out, jump off the ledge yet. Thompson in, completes the throw, and there you go. Anthony Schwartz is hurt. Anthony Schwartz is down and hurt. Anthony Schwartz, it looks like something happened to his knee. That wasn't Skyler's fault. He got hit in the knee. Skyler threw it back, so he was away from the hit too. He slowed him down, right? He didn't throw him into the hit. Yeah, Anthony Schwartz, that ain't good. He's gone. He was already hurt this past week, right, Schwartz?
Washington had laid him out, but he returned for Miami.
Can we just end this game without injuries?
That battle with Mike White for the backup job. Let's check. The head coach.
Man, I just get out of here with this. Oh, man.
You talk to people with the Dolphin organization. There he is. He's gearing up for the regular season. Is excited, and Tyreek Hill will be ready. As we talked about, Jaylen Waddle, the receiving corps where he had Malik Washington and that stable of running backs they had.
Boy, did he have a good year last year. I mean, it came in like everybody wanted him to stay healthy. Obviously, we all remember how he finished the year prior, but he had a fantastic year. Played all 17 games. We already talked about how dynamic and how explosive.
You know, you're seeing the injuries stack up for the guys who probably won't even make the 53.
Percentage of over 69%, which says a lot when you think about some of the Dolphin quarterbacks through the years. Marino,
special football player a year ago. He's obviously rewarded with a huge contract.
Man, I hope he's okay.
Preseason.
Unfortunate to see Anthony Schwartz being helped, third-year player from Auburn here, trying to find a spot with the Dolphin receiving corps being helped off the field.
Brutal.
Tough break, especially in the final preseason game, trying to earn that spot again Tuesday, the 27th, when the roster has to be placed at 53, and then some players on a practice squad.
There's Tyreek. Fastest man in the world.
Just ask him.
I can't wait for him to race against the.
All right, Skyler in the gun. 2-by-1, they motion Jody Fortson into a split back set. It's now two receivers to the left, none to the right. Fake the handoff to Skyler. Skyler's got to move. He gets it off underneath to Hayden Rucci. And there you go. They're loving the 12 personnel tonight, eh? Pressure up the middle, force Skyler off his spot. Robert Jones is struggling a little tonight, people, which ain't great, considering he's our left guard option. All right. Fake the hand. Toss to Harley. Toss it. Ooh! Jaylen Wright up the left side. They faked the handoff to Harley out of the backfield and then tossed it to Wright up the left side, and he got more than enough for a first down. The right stuff, baby. Let's go. So that's an 8-yard gain to the Tampa 39. All right, Skyler in the pistol. 1-by-2 receiver set. Motion Harley to the left side. Fake the handoff to Wright. Rolls. Takes the underneath to Hayden Rucci. And on 1st and 10, he's going to get about 7. Love to see it. Love to see it. Love to see what we're seeing right now. Skyler, the offense just looks better with Skyler. he's the option right now. You know, like, I don't know what else to say. He's the option right now. All right, Skyler in the gun. 3x2 receiver set on 1st and 10. Right now from the 27. Fakes the look to the right. Goes over the middle to Fortson, who busts through a tackle. And he's going to get about 9 yards. He's going to get about 9 yards to that right side. Let's go. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 2 right now. At the Tampa Bay 19. All right. 2x1 receiver set with the 2 stacked to the left. Right in the backfield to the right of Thompson. They motion. Carrick McGowan out. Right. Tries to go through behind the right guard. Looking at the B gap. And he gets shut down. No lane for him to run. That'll bring up 3rd and about 3. There was no lane there at all. So all right, motion to the left, Jaylen Wright. 2x2 receiver set. Thompson takes it on 3rd and 3. He goes over the middle. He's got his man. It's Hayden Rucci. That's 7 on the wall, 6 on the board, but 7 sure enough. Let's go.
Remember him having to start a wild card game at Buffalo. Played a heck of a game in defeat, but they have the edge here. Back up to him.
Shout out to Jennifer Forbush. It was her birthday this week, and Hayden Rucci delivers a late birthday gift from my buddy Jennifer. Let's go. Let's go. Skyler Thompson, QB2. Skyler Thompson, QB2. It's over for Mike White. Cut Mike White now. Cut Mike White now. I'm cutting Mike White at halftime. Cut him at halftime. Get the money.
6,000 passing yards and 1,000 rush yards. Rucci, who was key on that drive, working the tight ends. Up with the touchdown catch. Sean Tucker.
Let's go.
To receive the kickoff. So we're going to see more of Sean Tucker, second year back from Syracuse, who's had an excellent preseason, as he did last year when he led the Bucs in rushing. See him in the second half.
Shout out to my girl Jennifer Forbush, man.
Sean White got the start. Quick series, effective. And then Bucky Irving.
Love her, love Britt. Great people.
Something that they want to do. Special teams. That way.
I haven't really talked about the dynamic kickoff yet, but it'll be interesting. I bet because the return goes out to the 30-yard line now, the touchback goes out to the 30-yard line. And basically, the average drive start has been the 30-yard line, right? Five risks, kicking it to the receiver that gets one clean block, one clean lane, and he hits the house. I mean, Todd Bowles doesn't really reveal what he's going to do, but I'm very interested to see how many coaches decide to just keep kicking it to the end zone to get touchback.
Sean Tucker is in.
All right, Sean Tucker is in now. and he's going to take the run. He's going to gain about 5 yards on first down. That'll bring up 2nd and 5 with about 2:10 left in the second quarter right now.
Yeah, I think a lot of teams are just going to kind of do what they do best if they're kickers. They believe in their defense.
Let's get a turnover and let's get this ball back to Skyler. The Mike White abyss he put us in. Mike White has been absolutely awful. Shout out to, man, you know that girl Jennifer Forbush is doing somewhere right now. She is doing an absolute cartwheel. Shout out to my buddy. You gotta love it, man. Who thought Hayden Rucci would get a touchdown before Tanner Connor and before Tanner Connor, eh? Or before Jordy Fortson, let's be honest. My God. Love it. Love, love, love it. Who would have thought? Who had that on their bingo cards? I mean, let's look at the box score already. All right? Look at this. You want to see how embarrassing this is? Skyler Thompson, 5 for 5, 58 yards. Mike White, 5 for 9, 37 yards. Look at this, how embarrassing this is. Right? Like, just absolutely embarrassing right now. Skyler's got a little bit of confidence to his game. Look at this. Hayden Rucci comes in, and he's the number one target. You know, Jeff Wilson, remember, when Mike White left the game, Jeff Wilson and his 2 receptions for 21 yards was the leading receiver. Shout out to Skyler, man. I love it because, you know, while people were telling you quarterback one, what was Reason saying? No, you want this guy to develop into a solid quarterback 2 who can take that job. That's the goal with his development. You want to see him in a number 2 role, and if he has to come in and fill in for some games, he comes in and fills and can win some games for you. That's what you want to see from this guy. These people out here, just because they didn't like Tua selling you the quarterback 1 narrative. But he's on pace exactly how I told y'all years ago when we drafted him. 2 years ago, he's exactly on the pace of what I said. And that also matters because he's a cheap option. You can save us money with Mike White, and if you can lock down that job, you can be a cheap option to Tua as a backup. Love to see it. All right. From the 35 of Tampa. Handoff up the middle. It's shut down. Channing Tindall in there again, baby. Come on. Sean Tucker, no gain up the middle. Channing Tindall is just up in this. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, I think Jeff Wilson's toast too. It's Chris Brooks, baby. You know, if Chris Brooks was healthy right now, he'd be busting off better runs than what we saw from Jeff Wilson Jr. tonight. Come on. He would have got that first down on that second down run that led us to 3rd and 1 and ended up getting stuffed. Who's down right now? Peely down, huh? Oh, no.
I would say Sean Tucker right now, Chris, is running back 3 by default. Right? Like there's really nobody else that's going to challenge.
Come on, man.
And remember last year he did play in some games early in the regular season. We thought we would expect big things that just didn't pan out.
Come on, man.
But I think now I think there's a little more. He's developed. There's a little more confidence too in what Liam Cohen is doing with the offense. And I just think of Syracuse running backs, and I'm not putting, but just that school and the history of great running backs that have come from that two of the Hall of Fame class. Which you can run.
Now you got to end this game at half before you cut Mike White.
Talking the Dolphins here. Hope the injured Dolphin is okay. Let's take a quick look at since the regular season here is up next, the division here on the NFC South. And like the year before when people jumped on the Saints because of their card, what they thought they could do, the Falcons with Kirk Cousins.
So Peely's down, and that's why they're just talking right now.
Most people's darling in the South, even though the Bucs have won 3 straight divisions.
Of course, they got a new head coach, and Raheem Morris, our guy, who once here, one of my best friends still. Carolina gets Dave Canales, who was our offensive coordinator last year, and then just like us, New Orleans Saints got a new offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak. So I mean, the NFC South. Let's not kid ourselves. Has been, I don't want to say downtime, but it's been the division where people consider weakness. And I just don't really see that. It's competitive. There's going to be Atlanta with all the additions that they made. They're going to be a tough out. But the Bucs are 3 straight division winners.
Coming off that Super Bowl here, and Baker Mayfield, we just saw he's really become.
All right, 3rd and 5, 1:43 left in the second. The reason why we're stopping is Peely was down right now. Peely's gotten hurt tonight. Anthony Schwartz looks like he had a serious knee injury. Washington got the wind knocked out of him. Injuries are just stacking up right now, man.
And Baker Mayfield is that guy. He just doesn't care about those type of things.
Let's just get out of this game and off this field, eh?
Quarterback of all time. He came and did it his own way last year. Had a career year, and he was excited to be back here, as well as Tampa was excited to have him back. So this is a great marriage between the Bucs and their new starting quarterback for the next couple of years.
Yeah, and for the division, I mean, I know the 1-loss record.
All right, here we go. So Trask is still out there. It's a 1-by-3 look. Trask in the gun. Running back to his left. They motion Miller outside. And he throws to right. What a play. Woo! Mark Perry. Great play by Mark Perry. Got to the ball before it broke to the receiver, and he made the play. Great play by Mark Perry as he breaks out the pass. You got to slide him to that practice squad, man. I've been saying. He was one of the more intriguing UDFAs we added. He's been pretty decent. All right, 4th and 5. They got Kyrick McGowan back receiving, it looks like. No Malik Washington. And the punt to the Miami 26. Tries to make a man miss. He'll return it to the Miami 33, I want to say. Does Kyrick McGowan. So there's 1:29 left. All right, Skyler, make it interesting, baby. Let's go. I'm here for it. Come on, let's have back-to-back scoring drives.
They drafted Chop Robinson. We've seen him a couple of times here in this game. Number 44 really hasn't done anything to date. They also went out and signed Emmanuel Ogba, a guy that can play on the edge. He's not as good of a rusher as those two guys that you mentioned, Bradley Chubb and Jalen Phillips. But they have.
All right, let's go. All right, pistol. Jaylen Wright and Skyler Thompson. Motion Fortson to the left to make it a 3-by-1 look. It's going to take the screen with Fortson blocking to right. Wright's going to cut, bounce out. Cuts into the right, bounce back out to the left. And on 1st and 10, Jaylen Wright is going to gain, about 6? So that'll bring up 2nd and 4. So, Skyler in the gun. Right to his left. 1-by-3 receiver look. Skyler looking for the back again, and he underthrows Jaylen Wright. He had him at the sticks for the first down, but he underthrew the out route. That's the Skyler I know. All right. Fortson in line to the right. It's a 1-by-2 receiver look. They're going to motion Kyrick McGowan in and then out. Wright's in the backfield to Skyler's left out of the gun. Takes a snap. He's looking, surveying. He moves. Got his man, and Fortson just dropped it. Fortson had about 5.5 when he needed 4. He was a good yard and a half beyond the sticks. The ball was a little low, but he should have had that. Drops it. You got to make that catch, Jody.
We are not. We're rooting for the Bucs here.
They've gone on 4th and 4 and 4th and 8.
All right. 4th and 4 from their own 39-yard line, and they're going to punt. And the punt, somewhat decent, thank God. Finally got a decent punt from Jake Bailey. Good for him.
All the Buc fans watching, joining us on News Channel 8's coverage of the Buccaneers and the Buccaneers preseason TV network in Tampa, Orlando, West Palm, Fort Myers.
So that punt was going to be 51 yards to the Tampa 10.
With Rondé Barber,
Someone sent him a bouquet of flowers for breaking 50 yards on his punt.
who worked their way in here, escaped any kind of rain. There were a chance of showers, but so far so good. A hint of fall in the air, cooler than what I remember coming out.
Brittany says she's Darius Rucker tonight, so I'm going to call you Hootie. Hootie hoo!
You're the weather pessimist.
Not Southern California.
All right, Trask, he's going to take off, tuck it and run, and he is going to get shut down. He got about 2 yards, but he is going to be shut down relatively quickly by the Mack truck, Isaiah Mack.
The 17-7 lead.
Shout out to the Mack truck.
Dolphins have no timeout.
All right, 2nd and 9.
They won here, but I think you're right. It's probably going to be a handoff.
Trask in the gun, 1 by 3. He's going to screen it, and
Cody Thompson again.
it ain't going nowhere. Curtis Bolton and Ethan Bonner shut that down. And that is probably going to run us until halftime.
Touchdown catch. And Rashad White, a touchdown run.
Can't imagine they're going to run another play. There's 14 seconds and ticking away. Just get off the field, man. Health, health, health.
Trask will finish the half 11 of 15. And he'll be your guy in the second half with John Wolford out with a rib injury.
Oh, so they're playing Trask for the whole game.
Observing.
So there you go. We have reached halftime. 17-7.
17-7 advantage.
Trask is going to be playing the full second half apparently too. Do we have to come back? I just want to, let's further indict Mike White's job as quarterback. That's what I'm at. That's where I'm at. So that's where I'm at. All right, let's get into the box score for all of y'all and break it down. So Skyler Thompson, 6 for 8, 64 yards and a touchdown. Mike White, 5 for 9, 37 yards. And remember, 21 of those passing yards came to Jeff Wilson Jr. Kyle Trask, 12 of 16, 83 yards and a touchdown. Baker Mayfield, he went 3 for 3 and 54 yards on that opening drive where they ran 7 plays, went 70 yards, and scored in about 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Malik Washington had that end around for 40 yards, but beyond that, running game has done nothing. The push has not been good from the offensive line. Jeff Wilson Jr., 4 carries for -1 yards. Jaylen Wright, 3 carries for 7 yards. Especially when you compare it, like Bucky Irving, 6 carries for 26 yards, 4.3 yards per carry. Rashad White, 4 carries for 16 yards, that's 4 yards per carry. And he had that touchdown when they ran it right down Chop's throat. Pause. Hayden Rucci, shout out to Jennifer Forbush, the birthday girl this week. He caught a touchdown. He's your leading receiver for the Miami Dolphins right now. 4 receptions for 35 yards and a touchdown. Skyler just utilizing him when he came on. Anthony Schwartz, second leading receiver, but he suffered what looks like a pretty devastating knee injury. 2 receptions for 24 yards. Cody Thompson, the leading receiver for the Bucs. He has 6 receptions for 43 yards. Leading tackler. We are getting double-digit tackles from Channing Tindall tonight. Well, slap my ass and call me Sally. I never... all praise Anthony Weaver, the man with the $1 million smile and the $1 billion defense. Let's go, baby. Love me some Anthony Weaver. Curtis Bolton, he's your second leading tackler. 5 tackles. Elijah Campbell, 4 tackles. Nick Needham, 4 tackles. Bonner, 4 tackles. when you look at the team stats here, we had 2 first downs with Mike White, who played a quarter and a half. Skyler White doubled that in half a quarter. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And all of a sudden, we have 92 passing yards, right? When we had 35 with Mike White? Brutal. So, yeah. Look at the yardage, 138 to 198, and we can blame that on Mike White and his offense. Rushing 61 to 46 yards. What's crazy is 40 of those 46 are from Malik. That's what's crazy about that. Red zone attempts, Dolphins 1 for 1, Tampa 2 for 2, penalties 2 by the Dolphins, 4 by the Bucks. Look at time of possession, 16:01 to 13:59 right now in favor of the Buccaneers. I mean, I'm ready for this game to already be over with the injuries we've already seen. You know, Malik getting the wind knocked out of him. He returned. Anthony Schwartz looked like he suffered a big injury. Brandon Peely went down, which isn't good. Isn't good for a team that's already scouring the defensive line market. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm going to look and see if I can find a Brandon Peely update for you guys here. Not really seeing anything in terms of an update. He had to be helped off the field. Not really seeing a big update on anything. I hope this injury isn't serious. I had Peely making the 53. I thought he earned a 53 spot up to this point. Sucks. Man. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. I can't get any updates for any of you guys on Peely. There's nothing right now. You know, we do have got 22 million in space. You know, will they use it on if a quality tackle or something becomes available? I don't know. Man, that sucks. Mike White's preseason stats so far, for any of you wondering, because that's probably it for him. 20 of 43 for 179 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 0 picks. That is Mike White's preseason stats. Ouch. Ouch. Absolute painful. Absolutely painful. Man. Brutal. You know, and this team, they need help, man. They need help. We all knew we already needed interior offensive line help. Now they clearly need defensive line help. And they need a punter, really. Miami Dolphins will be watching the interior DL and the interior O-line markets very closely come cut down day. and before the season starts. You know what? That's what's got to happen. They're going to be watching those markets very closely come to cut down day. I can almost pretty much guarantee you that. I already had an update that they were, go look if you're a channel member or if you're a Patreon. I already had an update that they were scouring the defensive line market, right? Just Mike White's embarrassing. That's absolutely embarrassing. And like I've said, they need to continue the investment in Hayden Rucci. You need to slide him to that practice squad. Because I think they're only keeping 3. You need to slide him to that practice squad. And you need to develop this kid. You might got something with Hayden Rucci. The kid blocks very well. Now he's showing some receiving aptitude for you. No, McMorris is not playing tonight, Daddy Dean. Here, I'll give you an update. Here's the update of all the players not playing tonight. So, no Tua, Mostert, Achane, Chris Brooks, Ingold, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Izakamo is in a boot, River Craycraft, Braylon Sanders, Taron Armstead, Aaron Brewer, Eichenberg, Austin Jackson, Jonnu Smith, Julian Hill, Durham Smythe, Tanner Connor. So, Tanner Connor was out tonight. And then Emmanuel Ogba, Deshaun Hand, Zach Sealer, Calais Campbell, Benito Jones, Jordan Brooks, Jalen Phillips, David Long, Anthony Walker, Duke Riley, Jalen Ramsey, Kendall Fuller, Cater Kohu, Cam Smith, Javon Holland, Jordan Poyer, Marcus May, Patrick Morris is in a boot. I didn't notice this earlier. If Connor's out, this is one of two things. Either he's still hurt or he's making the team. And they don't want to risk injury. Because I was actually shocked that I hadn't seen Tanner Connor yet. I had read that list earlier for you guys. I didn't even notice that. I'm telling you, if you guys want a backup quarterback, if he gets cut, you need to make the move for Davis Mills. The guy's young, like in terms of his football career. He's won legitimate NFL games after Watson left. He's played in an offshoot of this offense under Slowick the last 2 seasons now, and I'm including this offseason, right? So this is his second year going in an offshoot. He would just need to get the terminology down. Yeah, I don't see us. No, that would be 4 tight ends, not 5. But I don't see us carrying 4 either. I got 3. I don't have the Dolphins broadcast, Robert Thompson. I have the luxury of the Tampa Bay broadcast. You know what I mean? Just saying. Shout out to all of you for coming through. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new. We are on the way to 20K. We just passed 16. Appreciate all the love you guys are showing. I got to say this, though, man. Like Mike White absolutely handing the job to Skyler Thompson. You needed to get points on the board with the field position Malik Washington was giving you. Absolutely dropped the ball. Absolutely dropped the ball. I'm waiting to see something about Peely. I'm hoping he's good, man. I'm hoping he's good. I'm hoping Brandon Peely is good. And what's troublesome to me is like, okay, our 2s and 3s on our offensive line. Okay, you didn't get very much push against the number 1s for Tampa out there. I get that. But they weren't even getting good push against the 2s and 3s. Like, we're just not getting good push tonight. In the run game, it's crazy. Hey, Reason, what's our starting D-line week 1? How bold do you want me to be, Amanda? You don't have to donate. Just in the chat, Amanda, I need you to ask me, how bold do you want me to be? Because I can give you the, political answer, and I can give you the bold answer. Be bold, she says. Okay, I'm going to tell you this. One of the starters, one of the people starting isn't on the team right now. It's going to be someone added after cutdown day. I'm telling you right now. Because I don't think Chop getting the ball ran down his throat, Now, I think this is how it's going to go. I think you're going to have, I'll go from the outside in, all right? I think Emmanuel Ogba starts, all right? I think you have another edge player. That's where I don't think he's on the roster right now. That's what Shaq Barrett was going to be. I think they go get another edge player. He starts. Jalen Phillips gets massaged in on that edge. And then in the interior, I think it's Sealer, Benito Jones, and Calais Campbell, right? And then I think you rotate in Neville Gallimore, Deshaun Hand. If Peely is out, then he won't obviously get in. But Peely would be another guy I'd put in there. So I think the guy starting opposite of Ogba isn't on the roster right now. That's why I think they were trying to make the move for Judon because they knew exactly what was going on with the development right now of Chop Robinson. I think they were going to give Judon money. New money. Skyler Thompson under center, fakes the handoff, bootlegs to his left, throws, through the hands of Rucci. And it was picked off as it went through his hands. Yeah, I don't think he was in. Was that legit? I don't think so. Let me see. Hayden's got to make that catch. Ooh. Yeah, I took a bounce. I don't think that's a pick. So that's going to bring up second down. Let me see. Yeah, that's going to be incomplete. Barely incomplete. Shout out to Amanda. Great question, Amanda. I love it. Appreciate you for coming through and supporting. Yeah, I told you, Rucci practice squad, right? I said you got to put him on the practice squad and continue to develop him as a route runner and as a receiver. I think that's going to be incomplete. Hayden got to make that catch, though.
Preseason by the Tampa Bay defense.
It's pretty impossible not to notice what Keenan Isaac's done in this preseason. Actually had a pretty good preseason last year as well. And when you're looking at backup corners here, Bryce Hall, who we talked about in games past, is one. Josh Hayes, who's a great special teams player, is really kind of the cornerback number 4. And in the battle,
All right, let's go.
there's a guy that's hurt right now at Thunderbird, but
Thunderbird was having
a great preseason, right?
Yeah, he showed a lot for a free agent from Appalachian State. Right. Keeping the secondary.
They're challenging it. We're waiting for the challenge to come back. That's what's going on right now. All right, here comes the challenge. Field stance. Incomplete, and they're going to be charged with a timeout.
It was worth a sell job by Isaac. So each team has tried a challenge. Mike McDaniel, the Dolphins lost theirs early. And the Bucs lose this one down to 2 timeouts. But a heck of an effort. So back to the defense when you asked Todd Bowles a little bit about up front when Campsey and Bea are in there for the regular season. So they aren't necessarily.
All right, here we go. Jaylen Wright is still out there. Skyler's there. 1-by-2 receiver set. Skyler's testing it. Good throw. And he delivered it there. Mike Harley. Let's go. That is going to be a first down. Good throw by Skyler to the right sideline. for the completion. I love it.
You got a guy like Elijah Kansas. Why
I
you
love it, Skyler.
do that to really kind of solidify the edges of the D.
So that's a 14-yard gain. That'll bring up first down. They're at the Miami 36. Handoff right in the backfield already. Jaylen Wright stiff arms and makes a man miss. Runs up the right sideline. Hayden Rucci's now going to get called for a hold, though, and that'll negate the 4-yard gain. Rough start to the second half for Hayden.
I don't think play calling so much will change for
Rough start.
It's what it is. It's aggressive. Anybody along the front or even in the secondary will have an opportunity to rush the passer. That's why Antoine Winfield Jr. gets so many attempts at quarterback sacks. But you do need to have a big structure around there. And I think it's going to be big if Vita Vea can ball some weight. He obviously is a huge component of their run defense, but he also has the ability to get to the passer. He had, I think, 5.5 sacks last year, is that right? That's correct. Put that in next to Elijah Kansas, who started the year slow, coming off injury, and they can be really, really good inside as well.
All right, Thompson takes the snap, hands it off. Jaylen Wright, left side, cuts inside, bounces off him, man, it keeps going. Oh, he's got the right stuff. And here we go. Here we go on 1st and 17, another flag.
Tackle for about 2 or 3 yards.
40 hit a career high in tackles. There's the last right there. Right on.
Jody Fortson with the hold. Negates a big run. 1st and 18.
They will march it back.
Unbelievable.
Wait, Vita Vea, what is this? I'm being pulled. I don't want to be. All right, so 345-ish. Where is he? What would you say? I have to wait for
What does your card say? 347? Let's say he's 330.
Okay, so that's all right now. So we're a big man.
Wright and A-Chain will be the featured back by year's end. Mark my words.
With everybody here, he's looking in the best shape of his career.
And that's outstanding considering it's his 7th year.
Skyler pumps, goes underneath.
To Jaylen Wright.
Oh, no, Anthony McFarland, it looks like, took a big hit.
Down here, Thomas. And then Chris McDonald was back there as well. Rookie from Toledo, free agent, trying to make the team.
Took a big hit. McFarland caught the screen and got upended a little bit there.
By McDonald there, leveraging the defense. Right? You always see corners that want to try to beat a block and go inside, and then all of a sudden you got running down the sideline. Really good job there.
All right, let's go. 2nd and 13 now after the 1st and 18 5-yard gain. 3-by-1 receiver set off the motion. Then they motion right to the right. Screen makes them first man miss in the backfield. Then gets running upfield. And it's not going to get very much. No gain. Back to the Miami 33. 3rd and 13.
Most of the preseason are all the
Yeah, the old Browns okay. Looks like he's in pain on the sideline.
right. Hopefully that's not serious because he's had a good game.
Yeah.
The Browns had a bunch of impact plays, including the sack fumble that wasn't a sack.
12:05 left in the 3rd quarter here. Miami from their own 33. A couple of back-to-back holding calls have really kind of deaded this drive. Negated some good runs. Split back set. 2-by-1 receiver look. Thompson in the gun. And we're going to get false start on the right side of the line. Take your pick. And then we're going to get called for delay game anyways. Holy jeez. Ugly, ugly start. Ugly start to this second half by this team. Thompson and that offense were clicking way better when he came in for Mike White. Now they've cooled down since they've come out. Unbelievable. 3rd and 18. This team's stuck with being 18 in the hole. I don't know what's going on. Split back look again. 2-by-1 receiver set. And again, now Patrick Paul with a false start. Holy jeez. Absolutely unbelievable.
Skyler Thompson and the Miami reserves on offense and hope
3rd and 23.
for the regular season opener with
It's a laundry session.
Daniels and Washington come to Tampa Bay.
All right, motion from the left. Handoff. McFarland, 2 yards to the left side. That'll ring up 4th and 21. You know what that means? Jake Bailey punt. This drive could have been a lot better without the penalties, man. Wright looked so explosive, cutting in and out. It's just absolutely brutal. All right, punt. Wow, actually a good punt from Bailey. It's going to be received inside the 20. Another flag. Why wouldn't there be?
Basically told us that, look, Baker, despite,
10:30 left in the third. Flag on the play. Holding on the Bucks.
10-yard penalty. Tampa keeps the ball first down. Timeout.
All right, so a 59-yard punt from Bailey. It was returned to the 26. It'll go back to the 16. So here we go. And now a timeout was taken. So it should go back to the 16. It'll be 1st and 10 for Tampa. Not pretty, man. Skyler. Here's the real talk. All right. Skyler started off 5 for 5. Since then, 4 for 7. Hasn't really been able to do much. Jaylen Wright trying to break that 4-yard carry mark with this offensive line getting no push in front of him. Hayden Rucci's still your leading receiver. Channing Tindall, hopefully, we'll see if he's out here, but hopefully he can break double-digit tackles. Shout out to Jason Maitre putting it out there. You already know what time it is. Let's go. Not pretty. I mean, 17-7 with these backups, Not one exciting game. Think about that for a sec, right? Think about that. 3 games deep, how much excitement have we really had with these backups? We've had maybe 2 or 3 plays where we've been excited? A lot of them come tonight with Malik Washington and then the Hayden Rucci touchdown. But, and I get it. They're 2s and 3s, so what can you expect? But, when Trask and that offense put up 17 points, we pretty much knew it was over. We knew Mike White and Skyler Thompson couldn't put together 17 or more points together. What's crazy is not a lot of depth guys are making big plays. So, hell, not a lot of draft picks are making big plays. Patrick Paul, since that first game, he's kind of crashed to reality. Chop Robinson over the last 2 games. He's had, 2 or 3 good reps in total? So, nothing really to write home about right now. Malik Washington and Jaylen Wright have been the most explosive draft picks. Day 3 guys. And McMorris, day 3 guy. All right, hand off to the right side. Stopped in the backfield. The Mack truck was there to shut it down. Hold on, was that Tindall? Let me see the number. I think Tindall might have just got... I couldn't see the number. I saw the 4. I don't know if that was Tindall. He might have got his 10th. It looked like it might have been Tindall got his 10th tackle. Double digits, baby. Ace, they're not going to get Tannehill. They wouldn't look into Tannehill unless Tua got hurt. You're not going to bring that guy just to sit. All right, 2x2 set is changed to a 2x1 set with the tight end motioning in line to the right, stacked to the left, Trask out of the gun, and Tindall with another tackle. Isaiah Johnson in there to help too.
training camp with an injury on the P&P list, and he comes into a tight end room, Chris, that has a lot of competition. We really haven't seen Devin Cole. I don't know if he even played.
He was in a few snaps, but they didn't throw the ball.
Didn't really get any opportunities, but yeah, this is a pretty tight end room right now.
All right. 3-by-1 receiver set. Trask in the gun. Running back to his right. Takes the snap. Here comes the blitz off the left side and forces the incompletion. Perry in coverage. Great stuff.
So 5 or 6 receivers. What's your...
Honestly, that's a great conversation to have because obviously we know Mike and Chris Godwin, that's 1 and 2. Trey Palmer is going to be on this football team. Jalen McMillan is definitely going to be on this team. And we know already that Cam Johnson is going to be on this football team. Sterling Shepard was the X factor coming in here. Raheem Jarrett is hurt. And I can talk about him. He's probably going to go on one of the injured lists because he's not going to be ready for the regular season. But that gives you one spot. And to me, it's between, Cody Thompson and Ryan Miller, between who's going to get that last spot.
And Kyrick McGowan tackled inside the 25. I got to say, man, and this is why you got to be a fan of Weaver. Double-digit tackles already for Channing Tindall tonight. He's had a strong preseason compared to what we've seen from him since he was drafted. And I love the fact Weaver's finally showing us a potential return on that draft pick. I love it. I love it. We're seeing a potential. This could be a potential return we get on this draft pick under Weaver. No, Duke Riley not playing tonight.
Kickstart your savings habit with a cash bonus when you open a new checking and savings account. Wow.
What's your name?
I thought it was kind of obvious.
Gonna be some tough decisions tonight, man. Isaiah Johnson making some plays. Jason Maitre making some plays. Storm Duck making plays. I think Storm makes this roster. Remember, I'm going to drop my 53-man prediction tomorrow. Probably do it early afternoon, and we'll also recap this game. Are you talking about Anthony Walker, Scotty? I'm really worried, like, what's going on there. He's been hurt. Brother, Tindall ain't getting cut. What are you talking about? Compared to what we've seen the last 2 preseasons from him, he's been good this preseason. He's been solid. I don't know, man. I don't know. I haven't heard anything on Anthony Walker in terms of situation. No, man, bro. They're not going to, I'm telling you right now, take your feelings out of it. They're not going to cut Tindall because of the investment they have in him and what you're seeing right now. That kid, if his mental catches up to his physical traits, you got something. They're not going to, Greer. If they ain't going to cut Liam Eichenberg, you think they're going to cut that kind of kid with that traits, with those kind of traits? They ain't cutting him, bro. I'm sorry. Do not get your hopes up, bro. He's going to be on this team. If Liam can make it because of his traits, he's going to make it. All right, toss to the left side to Jaylen Wright. Patrick Paul out there making a little bit of a block. 10-yard gain for Wright. He's tackled out of bounds. Get him off the field, man. Just hand the ball to Anthony McFarland. Why does Wright need to be running the football right now? Why? Why risk this? No, hey. Hey, Omar, I'm not going to say go home with your takes. Everyone's entitled to their takes. I don't think that was bad of a take. You just got to understand, right? What they're going to do. 1-by-3 receiver set. They motion Hayden Rucci to the left. Jaylen Wright just continues to cut, man. I love this guy. Let's go. Brother, this is a system. They believe they can get guys for penny on the dollar, and Butch Berry and Frank Smith and McDaniel can handle coaching them up. That's the belief. We always talk about this. Ball game always talks about this. The egotistical side of all of these guys, right? You know, of these coaches, they believe they can do that kind of stuff, and that's what they kind of do over in San Fran. Skyler back. He's going to take right out of the backfield. He catches the football, and he's up that left side.
Rookie of his second team all SEC, had a 1,000-yard season for the Volunteers.
Well, he led the entire country in running backs with yards per touch at 7.4. He knew he was second to, by the way. It was
Jaden Daniels. Much defense will tangle with on a professional level. Picked up 23.
Okay, just sit Jaylen right now.
In the backfield, the Miami Dolphins did.
And as you pointed out, speed, not just at running back, receiver, all over the place. Mike White got the start. To a ton by Lloyd. Getting the night off after a crisp drive last week. Good tackle.
All right, hand off to McFarland. Left side goes nowhere.
Who has the one sack, the rookie from TCU, trying to make this team make the play.
All right. Like Campbell, right? Look at 75 right there in the middle of your string. Just completely annihilates that offensive guard. Goes and makes a tackle in the backfield. Again, we talked about that D-line depth, right? Who's going to be there? Just throw his name in the equation as well. 75 block, 95 Brewer, and 74 Ernest Brown, all playing well here tonight.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 11. McFarland out of the backfield on the screen. There's a flag on the play. He got to the right side, and he got, like, I want to say about 7 yards of the 11 needed, but it's coming back, it looks like.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's check this penalty.
Wow, pass interference, offensive pass interference on Kyrick McGowan.
Always ask how you get a
wow.
interference on a screen. Not
Ouch.
engage the guy.
Is that what it is?
Ouch.
The ball is out. You can see it right here. 87 down the bottom of your screen. So he's already on. He's got his hands on Tavir Thomas before the ball is thrown. So pass interference.
Penalties have hurt Miami when they've tried to get something going here. Now 2nd and 21.
All right, 2nd and 21. 2x2 receiver set. Skyler in the gun. McFarland to his left. Oh, we got away with a false start. He just hits McFarland out of the backfield. He tries to break a tackle, and he fights forward. Good fight forward. 7 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 14. Man, these penalties just keep putting these backups in 3rd and long distances, and they just can't dig themselves out of the hole. Tough. 3rd and 14, 5:10 left in the 3rd quarter. Big conversion here needed. All right, here we go. 3rd and 14 from the Tampa 40. Jaylen Wright out to the right. Ooh. Here we go. Oh. He needed 14. He got about 12. Man. He is going to be just short. Are they going to go for it? Got 12 yards. That'll bring up 4th and 2. They're going for it. Let's go, Jaylen. I remember when people were hating on Jaylen Wright as receiving back during the draft process. It was hilarious. Because it was just another case of Jonathan Taylor. Remember people doubted Jonathan Taylor? He just didn't get reps. That's all it was. All right. Let's go. Thompson under center. Motions Rucci to the left. Then he hits Rucci out of the backfield. And he's up the left sideline for about 9 yards and a 1st down to the Tampa 19. Let's go. Look at Rucci. Rucci motion across the left side. Came out on a wheel or like a swing out of the backfield. And it wasn't the greatest pass. It was a little low. Rucci had to flash the hands, made the catch, got up the left side for 9 yards in the 1st. Gucci Rucci. I love it. Rucci is Gucci. All right. McFarland, the single back, as Thompson's under center, motion to the left. McFarland's going to go up the middle, follow his lead block from Fortson, and he's going to get a couple of yards. He's going to get like 4 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd and 6 at the Tampa 15.
Dolphins have their one-day scrimmage with the Bucs. They also had a series of scrimmages. They worked with the Falcons before they opened with Jacksonville, who the Bucs scrimmaged against. A lot of scrimmaging going on between these preseason games.
All right, Thompson in the backfield. Motions Rucci to the left side. Fortson's out there too. It's another 12 personnel look. Thompson, he's looking. He goes over the middle. He's got his man. It's Kyrick McGowan, and he's down to about the 2 or 1. That's a first down.
He was surrounded by Bucs.
It really was. This looked like this is going to be a play that one of these Bucs defenders was going to be made a play like 48 right there. Takes the wrong step, and next thing you know, the ball goes in right over his head, and it's down at the 1 yard line.
Let's go.
Was the guy that had that fumble call back.
First and goal.
All right, here we go.
2 minutes to go here in the
Thompson under center. 2-by-1 receiver set. McFarland's out there. They give it to him. It is shut down. Nothing. Back to the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal. Buddy, QB sneak this right up the gut with Skyler Thompson. Why are you playing games? Just QB sneak this. You're not getting the push. You're not getting the push, man. You either got to get the edge or you've got to quarterback sneak this if you're running it in. All right, Skyler in the gun. 1-by-1 receiver set. Fakes the handoff to McFarland, rolls out to his right, and he is going to throw a touchdown. That's 6 yards to Kyrick McGowan. There's a flag on the play. Holding on the defense, so the touchdown to Kyrick McGowan is good. Let's go. Let's go. So Thompson faked the handoff, rolled to his right, looked, and he found Kyrick McGowan in the back of the end zone, who kept his toes in. Great job to keep his toes in. Then that'll make it 17-13 with the extra point pending. Great job by McGowan. All right, and the extra point, it is gravy, baby.
2 touchdown passes now for Skyler Thompson, who's 15 out of 18. And Bucs still lead it, but only by 3.
All right, we back at it. Like a Craftmatic. Oh, let's go, baby. All right, let's go. Let's go. Woo, Skyler running away with the number 2 job. So let's get into this. Skyler, 15 of 18 for 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kyle Trask's 13 of 18 for a touchdown and 88 yards. Malik Washington is still your leading receiver, 1 carry for 40 yards, but Jaylen Wright creeping on him at 7 carries for 36. Have you watched Jaylen Wright, when we first started looking at the box score, was at like just over 2 yards. He's now creeped up to over 5 yards a carry. Hayden Rucci is still your leading receiver with 44 yards on 5 receptions and a touchdown, but Jaylen Wright, 4 receptions for 41 yards, including that 23-yard scamper up the left sideline. So Jaylen Wright right now, I mean, you're talking about a guy who's accounted for 77 yards on touching the ball, 11 times? Huge. Channing Tindall leading the way with 10 tackles today. Shout out to Anthony Weaver getting it done with Channing Tindall. We're finally seeing what that potential return could look like if he's continued to develop under a guy like Anthony Weaver. Love it. That's why I got full faith that Chop will learn to set the edge fine. It's Anthony Weaver and Austin Clark. They'll get it figured out. You know? Total plays are 44-37 for the Dolphins right now. Total yards, 257 to the Dolphins to 202. And you remember under Mike White, they were struggling to get yards. Throwing the ball 20 times for 177 yards. Ran the ball 16 times for about 80 yards. Both teams are 2 for 2 in the red zone. The Dolphins have taken 7 penalties. Bucks taken 5. Time of possession, 26-17 to 17-35 in favor of the Dolphins. There's just no two ways about it. The backups have looked a lot better with Skyler on the field. Like, he's the guy with the confidence right now. You know, I don't know what else to say. He's the guy with the confidence right now. Kickoff to the back of the end zone with 1:08 left in the third. And that'll be a touchback.
Really tough football team last year. Those games right here. You got Ravens, you got Falcons.
Over 560 of you watching. Please smash that like button, subscribe if you're new.
That is the maelstrom of their season.
Let's go, baby. Come on, I need a turnover. I need a turnover. Right now. All right. Trask under center, hands off, left side. And that's going to be stopped by Daquan Jackson, who was just recently added. And the clock will start ticking. We're now under a minute left in the third quarter.
And obviously, you got San Francisco after that second Monday night game on a short week, right? Monday.
But the bye comes right after the Niners, right? So that's a good break if you're in playoff contention.
All right, here we go. Trask under center. He's audibling it. It's a 1-by-2 set. He now moves from under center to the shotgun with the running back to his left. He's going to take the snap. Here comes the pressure. And wide open over the middle. Wide open over the middle is Crew. So there you go. That is a first down.
You come all the way across, pick up the edge guy that's unblocked for, and then allows you the quarterback to make that through to Canoe, who's also had a pretty good preseason.
All right. That was a decent gain, too. And that's going to bring us to the end of the third quarter.
22 yards.
So a big 22-yard gain sets them up with decent field position.
17, Dolphins 14. Tampa Bay's own microlumen high-performance medical devices.
And it is the end of the third quarter right now. Again, we'll go over the box score just to keep you guys updated. So there you go. We are going into the fourth quarter right now. Skyler, 15 of 18 for 149 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kyle Trask, 14 of 19 for 110 and a touchdown. You see what's going on with that run game. Malik, 1 carry for 40 yards. Bucky Irving, 6 carries for 26. Hayden Rucci, the leading receiver, 5 receptions for 44 yards. Cody Thompson, their leading receiver, 6 receptions for 43 yards. Channing Tindall still leading the way with 10 tackles. And what you know, if you've been watching this whole game and us going over the box score, it really has shifted in favor of the Dolphins, right? You know, they under Mike White, they only had 2 first downs. They now have 12. You know what I mean? Now third down efficiency is still not very good. They're 1 for 8. But the yardage has also gone up too. I mean, they had you go under Skyler, you know, they didn't have very many yards under Skyler. They had 39 yards rushing with that end around with Mike White. Sorry, I apologize. But, you know, Mike White was really, really struggling. And under Skyler, it's really started to take off. But, yeah, I mean, remember, they had the 39-yard end around, and Mike White threw for 37 yards. So they had about, 76 yards of offense under Mike White, and look at what it's jumped to right now. 257 yards. They put up like 180 with Skyler. Now, obviously, Wright's come on as well as Skyler. But, yeah, it wasn't pretty, for sure. So, you know, and I went over Mike White's stats, right, for if his season is done, and it's not good. It's not good at all. If Mike White and his season is done, I mean, it's almost embarrassing. You know, like, he went 20 of 43 for 179 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 0 picks this offseason. Absolutely embarrassing. We all thought we'd get better from Mike White. He has been absolute poobella. So 15 minutes, we start the fourth quarter. Handoff to the right side. Kicked out. Sean Tucker kicks it out, and he's going to get the first down and a little bit more. Strong run by Tucker right there. 12 yards to the Miami 33. So they are answering right now, or at least trying to.
These guys, and it's been a plan for us for a while, and you know, we had to go through a kind of a tough year last year, eating a lot of dead cat for what we did to, you know, in 2021, bring them, but intentionally did it. Right. But for us to get to where we are right now, I'm very proud of the entire staff, coaching staff, scouting staff, to be where we're at after having to do that.
All right. Handoff, backfield. Tindall missed. You want to see something better there. Wyatt Ray in on the stop. Only gained a couple of yards. Not very much, 3 yards, but Tindall had a chance to stop that at minimum the line of scrimmage.
The year he had last year, what he meant to this team and his offense, was he the most important one to get done? Well, you know, the quarterback's always super important. It's the most important position, but it was Mike. Yeah. That was Mike. Yeah.
Your first pick, by the way, as the GM of this team, your draft pick.
All right, here we go. Trask in the gun, 2nd and 6. Here comes the pressure. It's bearing down on him. He still gets it out to Sean Tucker, who gets it up the right side, and he's rumbling and tumbling. Is it a touchdown? He might just be short of the touchdown. He hit the pylon. Is he going to be down at the 1? They're going to have him just short. 27 yards down to the Miami 3. Wow. Isaiah Johnson got stopped. Mark Perry came over. He made a play. Mark Perry's another guy to develop on this practice squad, like I said.
Well, you know, not that the others didn't have options, but Baker, but Mike had options, and you know, at the end of the day, chose to stay here, made a great decision, and you know, Baker was kind of waiting to see what Mike was going to do, and you know, Baker, you know, wants to make sure he has a great player to throw to. In addition, we have others, but Mike is a great player. So, and then you know, Mike wanted to make sure that
love what he's shown this preseason in terms of Mark Perry. He's another guy you want to slide like Rucci onto the practice squad and develop so he can compete next offseason. All right, 2nd and goal right now. And Sean Tucker's going to be stopped up. He's going to gain 2 yards. He gets back to the Miami. Oh, sorry, he gains 3 yards, gets back to the Miami 2. And that's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the Miami 2. Big potential stand for these backups. Right? Big potential stand.
and he was a little behind the 8 ball. So this year he had a full offseason to go through, and we knew that he was going to give everybody a run for the money. He did.
Working behind Bucky Irving. Why don't you talk about your rookie class this year?
All right, here we go. Trask in the gun. 2-by-1 receiver set. He steps back. Tindall's coming up the middle. He's firing. Oh, good play by Isaiah Johnson on the pass breakup. Let's go.
Jason, just real quick about these rookies. I mean, you guys have done such a good job, not only identifying talent, but getting the right guys into your program. I know we've talked about this in the past. Just share a little bit of what
These UDFA DBs are going to make the cut downs so hard. All right, 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. All right, Trask. They're running the same fade. And now Isaiah Johnson is beat. Wow.
Chris asked me a question earlier, Jason. I'm glad you're here to answer it. How fast?
Of course they run the same play after I highlight him.
He really has. Not just tonight. He's played especially well tonight, but he has shown he has really grown this offseason and this camp.
How about that? And he's a receiver. This is another free agent, by the way. And Cody Miller having a heck of a night. I mean, your deep at receiver.
Avalanche of young receivers just coming in.
I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have said anything, eh?
You know, when we first got him in OTAs, he kind of looked like a camp.
I shouldn't have said anything.
You know, unassuming guy. He is tough as nails.
All right, well, he was tough on the catch.
Man.
Throw by Trask, and now it's a 10-point Buccaneer lead. More in a moment.
All right, so they are up by 10 now. What a daunting task now for the backups of the Miami Dolphins on offense. 10-point lead. Jaylen Wright is that dude, I'm telling you. Jaylen Wright is that dude right now, man. Man, this backfield's going to be so special, eh? We went from a couple years ago not taking the running back seriously to now having probably the best. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Right? You know, it's crazy because McDaniel comes in, that philosophy changed through the draft especially. And now they have the best running back room in the NFL.
So we've got 22 out of 23 that we've got the last 3 years are currently on the roster, and there's a very good chance that
All they got to do is apply the same process that they've taken with the running back room to the offensive line. 2 years ago, before McDaniel came here, they didn't take Greer and this franchise didn't take running back seriously, right? McDaniel comes in, they changed that philosophy, especially through the draft, and now they may have one of the best running back rooms in the NFL. You know what I mean? Just apply that same process to the O-line and we are golden.
we're after the right kind of guy, and we kind of felt like we were hitting our stride and getting the right kind of guys. All right, so the preseason ends after.
Man, all right. Skyler under gun. McFarland's a single back. He gets it. He goes off that left side and, you know, off that left edge, and he's going to gain about 6 yards to the Miami 36. This Tampa feed sucks, by the way.
So we've been, our guys have been, and girls have been scouring like every roster. They know every roster right now. We've been watching all the preseason. We're looking for if there's a chance to upgrade, we'll do it. It's really hard to do though. Yeah. It's really hard to do because if you got a good player and whatever team it is, if they're a good player and we're identifying, of course they're identifying it too.
All right, let's go. Skyler under the gun. McFarland out there again. 3 receivers to the right, but they motion Burton to the left. McFarland gets the toss to the right. Push is only going to give him maybe about a yard, so that'll bring up 3rd and 3.
That's doing all this scouting right now in the preseason. Really, that comes to fruition later.
10:50 and ticking away in the 4th.
I mentioned free agents, Tyreek Thunderbird, defensive back, and Cameron Johnson, great scoop. But I do want to ask you, since you won a Super Bowl with Arians, your career, you've been around guys like Andy Reid, Bill Belichick, and some working. Don Shula going back historically here with the Dolphins. Jimmy Johnson's another great, right? What did you take from those guys that you use now in your job working with Todd Bowles?
You know, take a little bit from all of them. Bill Belichick.
All right. Skyler in the gun. 2x2 receiver set. Over the middle. He's got the first down to Kyrick McGowan. It's all going to be down to the spot. That's going to be a first down. They're going to give him the 3 yards. That's a first down.
I mean, I could go on and on. Jimmy Johnson, the value of the draft and the currency system.
9:55 and ticking away in the 4th.
And so, I mean, I've been very, very fortunate to be a part of all of them.
Speaking of coaches,
Tony says 16 of 19 for 152 yards and 2 touchdowns so far with Skyler. Oh, you know the all-22 film breakdowns are coming. Skyler Thompson, not from me, are under center. It's another 12-man personnel look. They toss it to the left. Is that Zorvath? Or sorry, Horvath, whatever? Yeah, it is. Horvath gets not very much. No gain.
The great thing about Todd is we work, and this started with Bruce too, but we all work together. Todd,
This Tampa Bay feed sucks.
your list, which
We're on to McFarland and Horvath. You knew they needed bodies when they brought these guys in.
part of all of it, and the process, and
Matos let up a sack.
Liam just kind of separated himself.
And I'm sure that Baker
All right, Skyler rolls to his right. On the move. Makes the throw. Let's go. Mike Harley Jr. Let's go. Good play by Skyler.
Well, we definitely talked to Baker about it. And Baker,
Skyler looks as confident as I've ever seen him. Good stuff. Good stuff, man. He definitely looks confident tonight. Love to see it. Good old the zone.
Keep up the good work. I know the work never stops, and I think it's some tough decision.
Good old the zone.
That's right. So you're counting everybody, but for some players here, their dream, at least as a Buccaneer, will not be realized. But
All right.
Metz is the safest man in the building.
2nd and 7 right now.
I want to make sure people know who we're talking about. 12 and 4. Tell us about him, the international player. Sorry.
All right. Too many men in the formation on the offense. Oh my God. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
He's gotten better. He's gotten better. I mean, it's very important to him. So he's been great for the organization.
Skyler's playing really well, God's child.
Have a great season. I will talk to you down the road. Good luck.
Says, sorry I'm late. What have I missed? Skyler's. Oh, Mike White was atrocious. All right. Mike White was 5 of 9 for 37 yards, and 21 of those were to Jeff Wilson. Skyler's 18 of 21 for $183 and 2 touchdowns. And both touchdown throws, one to Hayden Rucci and the other to Kyrick McGowan, were nice plays, especially the Kyrick McGowan he extended. Over the middle, he's got Jaden Janke. And that's a reception for Jaden Janke, 6 yards. So that'll bring up, they're at the Tampa Bay 31. That'll bring up 3rd and 6. 7:18 left in the 4th quarter. Skyler's looked as confident as I've ever seen him. He's looked good. Mike White was terrible. Skyler's quarterback too. It's over. Yeah, it's over. Debate's over. 2x3 look. Skyler in the gun. We're going to get that $3.5 million. Mike White, you get $3.5 million. Empty backfield. Skyler gets moved off his spot, throws it away to the right, and that'll bring up 4th and 6. Good play to avoid the sack there by Skyler. I love it because Skyler's exactly on the trajectory I projected when we drafted him, and people told y'all he was quarterback 1. I said, no, the goal is you want him by year 2 or year 3, you want him competing for the quarterback 2 job. Last year he started competing with Mike White. This year he's won it. This is what you want. This is good developmental process. Patrick Paul has been out there all game. All game at left tackle. He took a penalty. Wow, he just ate his man. Holy. All right, throw over the middle. And that is going to fall incomplete. So that is going to be a turnover on downs. Because it's the preseason and they don't care, bro. They've seen what they need to see out of Jason Sanders. They're trying to give more reps to Skyler right now. That's why. Malik Washington was absolutely balling. He had a 40-yard end around. You know, he had a couple nice big returns tonight as well. You know, he only had 1 reception for 7 yards. But on kick returning, man, he had a kick return for 45 yards. He had a punt return for 28 yards. I mean, between the end around and the kick return for 45 yards, he got us to midfield twice. Chop kind of struggled. So, Chop kind of struggled. The number ones, like when Rashad White and Baker Mayfield and everyone were out there, they just ran it at Chop and right down his throat. I'll show you. We'll get into this. Shout out to Smut Peddler. He says offensive line will be the detriment of the team. Yeah, that interior. That's another thing, God's child, because you missed. How do I phrase this? When Jeff Wilson was in there, the 2s and the 3s were getting no push on that offensive line running the football. Like, they got Vita Vea put Jack Driscoll on skates, like Disney on Ice type of skates, like bad. Jaylen Wright, he has gotten yardage, but it's been great cuts, knowing, like, hitting the lanes right before they open up, so he's there when they open. Jaylen Wright was just running smart. Jaylen Wright started off averaging just over 2 yards per carry. He's been taken out, and he's finished averaging 5.1 yards per carry, as you can see. Skyler's been 18 of 23 for 183 and 2 touchdowns. Hayden Rucci had a touchdown reception from Skyler. He's making plays tonight. 5 receptions for 44 yards. He also had a big drop, though, that led to a near interception. So, a lot going on tonight. Trask has played the full game. He's under center, off the motion. It's a toss to the right side. And that's going to be a gain of about 4. That should bring up 2nd and 6. 6:45 left in the fourth quarter. Tampa Bay is on their own 35. All you channel members and all you Patreons, if you're a channel member, go check out the community tab. If you're a Patreon, go check the live feed. I dropped a 3-take update for all of you, talking about the offensive line, talking about the defensive line, talking about the wide receiver room. So go check that out if you haven't had a chance yet. All right, Trask to screen to his left. Who missed that? Mark Perry missed big time in the backfield, and a play that should have been a loss instead is 2 yards. Curtis Bolton and Neville Gallimore there to stop it. One thing you've missed if you're tuning in late, Channing Tindall has 11 tackles tonight. Channing Tindall has been all over the field.
playing with him the first 2 years and having him come back has been amazing. You know, we both have him.
Tindall's been all over the field tonight. He's played the whole game basically. So is Curtis Bolton. Curtis Bolton has 6 tackles as well.
That makes them special or could make them special.
Quentin Bell's out there right now. All right, Trask out of the gun, takes a snap, over the middle, overthrows his man, and in coverage, oh, you know who that is. Love it. Love it. Big stuff by Jason Maitre. He is making some plays today. Love what I'm seeing from Jason Maitre. Right now, down on the field, holding his right knee area is Wyatt Ray, the edge player they had out there right now. Right now, your edges were Wyatt Ray and Quentin Bell, and Ray is down right now. He looks like he's indicating towards his right knee. So 5:15 left in the fourth quarter. Injury on the field. We just went over the box score a little bit. Let's head on over and let's look at, we were going over the individual stats. Let's look at the team stats here and what we got going on. Both teams have 14 first downs. Why does that matter? Because we had 2 first downs under Mike White. Now, not that great on third down. 2 for 10, not that great, but we're out. You got more yards than them, 301 to 278. You see the passing, 211 to 195. Rushing, 90 to 83. Both teams perfect in the red zone. Dolphins 2 for 2. Tampa Bay 3 for 3. Penalties, 8 for the Miami Dolphins. 8 penalties for 60 yards. 5 for Tampa. Dolphins out possessing 31 minutes and 18 seconds to 23-27. So some positives for the Dolphins tonight. What's also positive too is that I talked about the 40-yard end around from Washington. I talked about Washington and his punt returns. We all know that that yardage would not have been wasted by Tua and the number ones. We all know that. We all know that. We know they would have taken advantage of that. And Malik Washington is a lock to make this roster now. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. Over 525 of you here. Who's hurt now? It was what's his face? Wyatt Ray, the edge rusher. All right, 5:08 left in this game. Cooney just had a 43-yard punt to the Miami 20. I would have cut Mike White at halftime. Has anyone seen him on the sideline? Has anyone seen Mike White on the sideline? Has anyone seen Mike White on the sideline? Is there, you know? They sent him home already. Yeah, I think tonight is the nail in the coffin. For sure. I mean, Brandon Peely's on the sideline. He has his helmet on. They're probably not going to put him back in. So he's out there. So we got just over 5 minutes left in this game. Can Skyler lead us for another touchdown drive? That's the real question. Remember, in the second half, Embry is coaching, right? It's not even Mike White. Mike McDaniel's not even the head coach right now, technically. All right, let's go. 24-14. Back to throw is Thompson. He hits Horvath out of the backfield. He spins off a tackle, and he gets upfield for a short gain. Not a ton of room, but he's at least going to get 7 yards to bring up 2nd and 3, and that'll move the ball to the Miami 27. All right, 4:45 left in the fourth. 10-point lead for Tampa. Looks like they're going to end Miami's bid for a perfect preseason. All right, 1-by-3 look with the receivers. Thompson out of the gun. Horvath to his left. They motion Rucci to the left side, and Horvath is going to maybe get 2 yards. They might mark him down after 1.5 yards. So that'll bring up 3rd and 1. Come on, get a first down. Let's end this game with the ball. Brino, I think they're cutting White, bro. Get ready. And they'll try to bring him back as the emergency quarterback. That's what I think they're going to try and do. 3 receivers to the left. Horvath's the single back. Thompson under center. They motion receiver to the right. Thompson steps up, looks up, fakes a dump off, runs. Slide, brother. Don't dive head first, please. Yeah, the saving the $3.5 million is huge, Rhino. You go from like 22 million over the cap to, under the cap to like 25. Especially if they want to make a move. Right? They want to add some talent. 315 and ticking. All right, motion. Rucci to the left for a 3-by-1 look. McFarland to Thompson's right out of the shotgun. Thompson looking over the middle. He's going deep. And he overthrows Jaquan Burton. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. That was a big-time overthrow. Big-time overthrow.
Well, both backup quarterbacks have shown something, and if there were a battle here, it looks like Skyler has sealed for Miami, and obviously Kyle Trask with the injury to John Wolford.
Yeah, let me clean that up. Remember we were talking about the emergency quarterback. I think a lot of people thought.
All right, let's go. 2nd and 10, 2:58 left. Thompson in the gun. 2 receivers to the right, to the left, 1 to the right. They motion to the right. Skyler's back to throw, and it is not a great throw to Jaquan Burton again. Missed him by a 1/4 mile.
That 3rd quarterback on the practice squad and bring him up as an emergency quarterback on game day. That did not happen. So there's only probably going to be 2 quarterbacks on this roster, and I'm pretty certain who they are. And the same thing will probably be in consideration for Miami, right? You have Mike White, who had all those.
All right, 3rd and 10. 4 down territory. Just get the yards. Motion to the left side for a 3-by-1 look. Thompson out of the gun. Motions right to his left. They got right back in there. Thompson picked off over the middle. Antonio Greer Jr. stepped right in front of it. There's the Skyler I know.
Ruled that it was an incomplete pass attempt. Is there to pick off Thompson.
What a great game. Antonio Greer.
He's the leading tackler for the Bucs as well.
Right. Leading tackler involved in a
Brutal.
touchdown. That's our biased opinion. But then gets the
Brutal.
Antonio Greer is going to just splash into the screen. Skyler Thompson never saw him.
Never even saw him. Just totally picked him off. Read Skyler's eyes, undercut the throw, and is picked off.
Who is, a college free agent out of Arkansas and just finding a way to make the team, and he's made a bunch of plays tonight.
How far can the human spirit take you? One more step.
I just hope the clowns that'll be doing the all 22 breakdowns this week of why you should be QB1 include that awful read.
Back to feeling whole. Get back where you belong with national leaders in orthopedic care. Advent Health, official champion
Brutal.
of the human spirit.
Brutal. Not a good play from Skyler. Handoff up the middle. Stuffed after about a 4-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6 right now.
Preseason coming in for Kyle Trask. He showed improvement with his new offensive coordinator. You heard from the general manager, hey, I think we're comfortable with him back.
All right, 2:20 left. Are they just going to run it out?
Count on if you lose your starter for a certain amount of time, especially when your team is defending a division title.
Right. You don't want to be Atlanta, right? But a year ago when they had so many quarterback issues, I think it went through 3 different ones. And it's the reason why the talented team wasn't very good last year. Talking about Atlanta.
All right, they're running down to the 2-minute warning here.
That's an official timeout. We've reached the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Bucs up 10.
Everybody loves to know it.
You know the all 22 breakdowns are coming this week of Skyler. He should be QB1. I hope they include that bad read. I got some film studies coming for you. I'm trying to get at least 2 out to you guys before the season starts. I got a couple things I want to show you guys, so hoping I can get that out to you guys. I know one way to make one easy, so I'm going to be doing that. So, at least, I know one for sure I'm going to try and get out for you guys. Just got to wait for the all 22 to drop from this game, and then I'll put all 3 of them together. So I'm going to have some film studies coming for you guys to start the season. And then remember, every Tuesday night, it's To a Tuesday, where we break down every drop back of the Miami Dolphins offense. Me and Martin, he'll be back. Where's OBJ? He's rehabbing. You're not going to see OBJ in the 3rd preseason game, my friend. He says, is Antonio Greer Jr. Chris Greer's kid? No, no. His kid went to South Carolina with Cam Smith. Antonio Greer Jr. I think went to Arkansas, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, no, not the same kid. Not the same kid. But his son, yeah, does play at South Carolina. It looks like Thompson just lost his starting job. Oh my God, that's crazy. Nah, he's good. Mike White did absolutely nothing. Here is what we're looking at. Skyler looks like he's going to finish the night for 19 for 27 for 190, 2 touchdowns and an interception. Malik, 1 carry for 40 yards. Jaylen Wright, 7 carries for 36. Hayden Rucci, 5 receptions for 44 yards and a touchdown. So I'd love to see that. Channing Tindall, 11 tackles, led the game. Beautiful stuff.
4 yards. I mean, could have made an argument for Kyle Trask. He's done for 141 yards and has a 113 rating. But Baker had got him at 118 rating. Baker Mayfield, your player of the game. Give him some confidence going into week 1.
All right, 2nd and 6 from the 39.5-yard line. Sorry, the 40.5-yard line from the Miami Dolphins. And that's a handoff, and that's going to get about like 5 of the 6 needed. So that's going to bring up Leonard Payne in on the stop there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, it must feel good for him. It's so different a year ago. He comes in and not sure, right, about where it's all going. And get to the playoffs. You have, he's 3rd in the comeback player of the year award. There were some great candidates. Obviously,
yes, I would still take I would take Davis Mills or Case Keenum over Skyler Thompson. 110%. Especially Davis Mills. Are you kidding me? I'll drive Skyler and Mike White to the airport. All right, Trask under center. Handoff up the middle, shooting through there. Daquan Jackson to stop and force a 4th down. But where I think they're going to go is they're going to look at D-line and O-line. They're not going to add a quarterback unless Tua goes down. Appreciate you, Pro Special. All right, handoff left side, cut back to the right. That'll be a 1st down. First down. All right, and they're going to run the clock down, and that is going to lead us to the final. And so, game over. Dolphins end the preseason with a loss, though Skyler Thompson at least looked to pull away. He was the player that pulled away today for his roster spot, I felt. We were all saying who's going to step up and cement their spot, and he stepped up. I think he locked up that quarterback 2 job 110% tonight. I really do. When I look at what he was asked to do, what was put on to him compared to what Mike White did. Skyler, he finished 19 of 27 for $190 and 2 touchdowns and a bad pick, but whatever. Mike White was 5 of 9, 37 yards, and 21 of those came to Jeff Wilson Jr. Malik Washington had the 40-yard end around. Jaylen Wright, he had 7 carries for 36 yards, which is impressive because when he first started out, he was barely averaging over 2 yards a carry. He ended up averaging 5.1 yards. Hayden Rucci was your leading receiver for 5 receptions and 44 yards and a touchdown. Kyrie McGowan also had a very nice toe tap touchdown. Channing Tindall, 12 tackles, your leading tackler for the game. Shout out to Anthony Weaver, and we got to go to the kick return. Malik Washington had that huge 45-yard return, had that big 28-yard return. What do we need for you, Braxton? What do we need from Braxton, really? If Isacom and Craycraft are healthy, Braxton ain't even on this team. First downs, both teams had 15 tonight. Dolphins ran 59 plays to the Bucs 53, 320 yards to 289 in favor of the Dolphins tonight. Passing 218 to 195. Penalties. 8 penalties for the Dolphins for 60 yards, 5 for Tampa for 35 yards. Time of possession, 33-39 to 26-21 in favor of the Miami Dolphins. So, man, the preseason is officially over. And now we start to shift focus to the Jacksonville Jaguars in week 1. So I'll be live tomorrow. We'll do a recap show. I'll go over PFF grades and everything. And I will also give my 53-man roster prediction. Hopefully the cuts don't start till Sunday. I'll see about being live on Sunday. I'll keep you posted. But we'll be live this week. Cuts happen on Tuesday. Finish line with me, Ball Game in Richmond, returns on Wednesday. Me and Neil will be live on Thursday. And then the following week, we'll have the regular season roundtable with all the guys and maybe a little bit of an extra edition. And I'm looking to get a film study in there, at least one, but so we're going to get some film study in too. So smash the like button, subscribe if you're new. I appreciate all of you for coming through. Thank you to everyone who donated and showed support tonight, and everyone who just took the time out to smash the like button. Let's get to 20K. Love y'all. Fins up all day.